Thank you for your pledge on Patreon. Javon.
Hey, yo, Flip.
Yo.
I'm going to put you on to some fire, man. They got this new beard wash company. They got the lotion and the everything.
What's their name?
They got a recovery room.
What's the name?
Maestro's Classic.
G-Money's up front. I'll put you on. I've been with you on the Maestro's,
sure?
man. You forgot where I brought you? You forgot where I brought you up there?
Oh, man.
You forgot about Ghost?
All right. What's his name?
Ghost, you know again?
He cool, man. Yeah. Ghost is cool, man.
Yo, make sure you get your Maestro's Classic Beard Care products today at Target, CVS, or go on maestrosclassic.com and use the promo code QueensFlip to get 10% off.
10%, that's it? I thought it was free if you put your...
Are you crazy?
All right, okay.
Make sure you go there today. Log on, maestroswithas.com. I'm from Queens. G-Money!
Yo.
What's up, man?
What's good? How you feeling?
You know, before we get to our nice guest, there's been a lot of threats behind the scenes.
Really?
A lot of aggression coming towards my way. A lot of bottles squeezing. And then I feel a lot of intimidation that is trying to come this way. But you know.
You feel that way?
No.
All right, cool.
Because I have a repellent. It flies all over the place. He got hit with one. Everybody got hit with one, except for me. How you doing? Not you two, because you know. I'm here. Family. How you doing? How's everything?
Feeling good. Working hard. You know.
You feeling good? Yeah. How's your Flip the Script podcast? How you feel about it?
Big time. You see what's going on. Big cameras in here. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on, man. Shout out to me Basco one time.
Shout out to Basco.
Came through in the clutch. But we here, man. Big Queens is here. You know, so I don't want to waste no time with our next guest. We want to get right to it.
Oh, you want to get straight into it?
She's ready. I'm ready.
So we might. It's tapping going on. Hold on. I don't think we. So we, you know, and the thing is this.
Talk to me.
The family is a nice family. You know, before, you know, I'm very frequent with them. You know what I mean? As I said, I went to high school with Denise. You know, was the nicest person to me in high school.
I'm frequent as well.
When everybody, of course, when everybody was against me, she said that, you know.
You was cool?
Yeah. That's why I love her father. Her aunt is a little bit mean. Frenchie, a little crazy, you know. Yeah, shout out to him.
He's cool.
Yeah. And then her son, I speak to him in the DMs. But other than that, we about to get it. It's going to be classic, and I'm going to turn up. And I don't want you to hold any punches, because I won't. And she's not, because she's grilling me.
Well, you know how I play. I don't throw punches, man. I just kind of, you know, I stay in my lane.
I did that on purpose to show that the audience that you turn on me instantly.
How?
Yeah, because behind the scenes, y'all formed some sort of connection, and now you just turned on me.
I didn't turn on you.
Yeah, so you on my side?
We just know that we yin and yang, man. You know what I'm saying? You do your thing, I do my thing. That's what we do here. You know what I'm saying?
G-Money!
Yo.
Episode 121, nigga, we made it. We got a special guest. We went straight into it. Special guest in the building.
Big homie, the big homies.
The big homie of the big homies.
Big Queens.
Are you looking at me kind of strange? Are you okay? You got this look towards me.
I want you to goddamn hurry up so we can set this record straight.
Oh, you want to set the record straight? Can I call you Aunt Deb? Is it okay if I call you that?
Just wait a minute.
Oh, wait a minute. So what do you want me to call you?
You can't call me Aunt Deb and you sit up here threatening me and telling me.
Oh, don't say that. First of all, I know a lot of your nephews. Don't try to cause no beef between me and your family.
The spray and all this shit, some pesticide shit going on, and you want to call me Aunt Deb? Really?
First of all.
Really? And where you say you came from?
Linden the Farmers. You know where I came from.
You said Queens?
Facts.
Where in Queens? Because we don't rock like that in Queens. We don't do that flip mode shit.
What do you mean flip mode shit?
You just did it. Even though I noticed this flip the script shit here. But
you asked me what was the... You tried to...
I'm trying to figure out... Because, you know,
it
really does something. And then you can't ask him shit because he's my family. If he flip on me, then I know that this blood don't run through him at all. So I know that that's something different. So you can't ask him to flip. How about that?
Hello.
Now can we talk?
Can we slow down a little bit? Because you just went 90 miles.
So
allow me to hop on the train. Allow me to... I could jump on it while it's at 50, not 90.
Stand clear. Close some doors, please.
Stand clear. Okay. You try to make a joke about my face.
I just tried to make a joke
about
my face.
That was a joke. I look crazy.
No, listen to me. It wasn't about you looking crazy. It's just telling me who had the bigger mouth. Oh, wow. Who was cool and who had the bigger mouth. Oh. So it's just a setup right there.
Oh.
I asked you some questions. You didn't answer.
Wow.
Now you want to throw that shit on me.
Because you can't put all your eggs in the basket. I stayed quiet, mind my little business while you talked to G-Money. Yeah, I did. I was quiet, yeah.
No, you didn't. You was just throwing daggers left and right. You was just missing. You don't aim good.
Ooh, you're bad.
It's spicy already.
Okay,
this is good. This is good. Well, first off, I want to say welcome to the platform. Welcome to our podcast. And you know, definitely want to show some love and give you a little token of appreciation.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Are you hating?
Give you a little token. I can't give a token of appreciation if I'm coming to.
Come on, you serious, bro?
Come on, man. You know.
This gotta stop. What did y'all playing against me, bro? This gotta stop. This
Give me
whole
my
family-
shit. Give my shit.
Give
Hold on, wait, hold on. First of all, if we family, we gotta share.
What?
You said we?
We.
She don't speak French
I
like
was
that.
right, dude. I was getting ready to go there.
You know your eyes match your shirt. That's beautiful. That's nice.
Okay, that's cool. What is this?
This is some small token of appreciation.
This is why you don't give compliments. You saw that? A compliment, she disregarded my compliment just to talk about that. A gift you gave her. That's some family shit, and I gotta talk to Uncle Ben when I get outside. I don't like this. My vision might be blurry. I got Windex right here. Hello. They're not paying me. So, yeah, don't laugh at my jokes. Don't laugh at my jokes, Auntie.
But see, you started with me. I came in here with the intentions of really finding out about this because there's so many people talk about this. I came in here trying to figure out what was really going on here. You started with me.
Aunt Deb in the
You
building.
started.
Aunt Deb, round of applause for Aunt Deb in the building.
And I'm going to finish it.
Can I call you Aunt Deb now?
I don't know. You still ain't earned that right yet. Let's see.
We got Aunt Deb in the building. I think I have the right to call her.
Could I tell you why y'all stuttering with this? Let's could we talk? Could we just be...
Yeah, we talking. What's up?
Who's stuttering?
You know...
Let me tell you something. No, let's slow down real quick before we get to you.
Shit.
Yeah, let me close. Yeah, I'm gonna close it. Yeah, that's okay. I got water thrown on me.
Let me
plenty of
just
time.
drink some City J. Oh, sweetheart, this is not even worth me throwing on you. I need to drink this.
All right, take your time. We're allowing. We'll give you a break.
I don't do water throwing.
Or you do hands throwing.
No water throwing.
We heard that you used to beat people up back in the days.
Oh.
Yeah, in the middle of a circle. We'll get into that in a few minutes. A lot. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, you thought we ain't know? A lot of your family I know. So we're not gonna, please be careful what they say. I'm not gonna have your nephews calling me, want to meet up with me and all that. I have no time for that. Okay? Please. So don't let them know it's about threatening you. Please backtrack that. Thank you, because they're my friends. And one of my favorite persons in your family is Jamaica. I love her to death. Shout out to her. Mm-hmm. She was the nicest person to me in high school, and I'll never forget that. I had brown New Balance.
You have brown New Balance?
Hold on. Shout out New Balance. They sponsored our last show,
I don't
man.
care. I had brown New Balances on. People cracking jokes. I looked crazy, and Jamaica was the only one.
Held you down.
Mad nice, bro. I'll never forget Jamaica.
She felt sorry for you.
Yeah. Hold up.
But we do that. We do like helping the underdogs. That's who we are, for real.
Oh, man.
Like, no bullshit. We do like the underdogs. When everybody run over there to hang out with that one, we're with the kid in the corner.
That meant a lot to me, though. That you know, and I got a lot of love for her. So, and I got a lot for Uncle Ben.
Help your self-esteem and everything, right?
My self-esteem has always been high. You know what I'm saying? Don't you see?
I know they had to be with them brown New Balances.
Ooh,
Lord.
What did it look like? What did the brown New Balance look
Them
like?
shits look crazy.
Is it all brown or was it brown and white?
She said I had brown jeans with it, but I didn't have brown jeans, bro.
It was dirty. They were dirty,
bro. Huh?
They were
It
dirty
was
jeans.
brown.
You remember Wranglers had them brown jeans with the little white spots in it? Like,
Oh my God.
remember them really hard Wranglers?
No, I don't.
They had the Wranglers. The Wranglers had all the colors.
I don't remember that. And I'm not gonna allow you to make fun of me, Auntie.
No, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just reminiscing.
Did you have brown Wranglers?
Hell no. But I had a brown Carl Canal suit that was ill.
Canal was.
Carl Canal was so ill. I had a brown
was it
Carl
back
Canal
then?
suit. I remember I was on an elevator up in the Warner building, and he got on the elevator. He said, "Nice suit." I said, "Thank you." I said, "You can get it as a man's suit." He said, "I know," and he let me know who he was.
Wow.
I said, "Holy shit! Could you get me some more outfits and send it to me?"
So you took advantage of every opportunity.
What part of that don't you understand?
But before we
Yeah,
get
right.
into, we got a process here.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm saying.
All right, let's do this all over again. Let's go back.
Oh, so now you want to slow the train down?
Rewind.
Nah.
I'm trying to help you. Because if you want to speed up or you want to keep going, we can keep going. Because I got a couple of questions I have, too, that I want to know.
Ask who? Not me. Him.
You.
Nah. I'm okay, Auntie. Yeah.
It's not my turn. It's your turn.
All right, so let's take this train back a little bit. let's go back to Queens a couple years back. Tell us who Aunt Deb is before, before the management, before the TV shows, before everything. Take us back to your childhood.
My childhood?
Childhood, yeah.
What about my childhood?
How were you as a kid?
How was I?
Mm-hmm. What kind of kid were you growing up?
My mama said I was a problem child.
Where you grew up? You born and raised in Queens?
In Queens.
What part of Queens?
In the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
111th to 168th Street.
Okay.
Then to Farmers in 104.
Mm.
When I left, because I was a runaway child, I used to run away all the time.
Ooh.
Back to 116th to 171st.
What was it like in the household?
What do you mean?
How many siblings? The parents?
Let me tell you something. Outside of all of my siblings, my mother also, like my cousins, her friends, it was a lot of us. On a twin bed, there used to be 3 of us sleeping on it.
Mm.
And then there's always one pissy one. One person's going to pee the bed.
So wait. So real quick, why you started running away? What age you started running away?
Shit, I don't even remember.
But why? You just had issues that you just...
I was going. I didn't want to stay in there. I was going. Then it was like a little different because my mom and dad had kind of broke up, and I was a definite daddy's girl. Like, that was major for me. And I wanted to be with him. So I started running away. And then, it was funny because my brother said to me today, I said, when they interviewed my mom and she talked about, they was asking about her kids and who was her problem children. And she said, me, Bimmy, and Dodie. And I said, ain't this some shit? She never mentioned Joe. She never said nothing about Joe, but we all know that anyway. And I called Joe. I said, Mommy had the nerve enough to put you in it. He said, yeah, I did what I had to do. Y'all did what you wanted to do. So it was a difference. I was so ill when he said that. And I did. I did what I wanted to do.
Your father passed away, and I think we were speaking of Bim.
I know that y'all talked to Bim, but in his eyes, it was... his interpretation of shit was... that's his interpretation.
Of course.
And that's not my interpretation. Like, my dad, he doesn't really know, until, like, to his defense also, it's like, he really didn't know my dad.
Mm-hmm.
He was too young. My dad died, he was too young to remember him. And Bimmy was a mama's boy. So he always loved being under my mother, sucking these 2 fingers, turning
Really?
pink and crying.
What else did Bimmy do back in
I ain't gonna lie y'all to do that. I'm not gonna lie y'all to do that. I ain't gonna lie y'all to talk about Uncle Bim.
Did he
Like
ever
that.
tell you
mean?
about his orange suit?
I ain't gonna lie y'all to
No.
talk about my
After
uncle like
Easter?
that. I ain't gonna lie y'all.
He had
to
an
do that.
orange suit for Easter.
What kind of orange suit?
A polyester orange suit.
Oh my God.
But from what he remembered, he said that your father passed away. He thinks that it was he owed money and something.
There was
he got set on fire.
very, very big rumor, okay, that was some of the things that people were saying, about my dad, but that wasn't true.
Really?
Yeah, that wasn't true. My dad did do stuff. He did do some things, but that's not how he died. My dad died in a fire. I don't have to sit here. Don't look at me like that, damn it. Because he didn't do the way he said it. Like, that's not true. Technically, none of us really know, but I know it wasn't done for that reason. That I definitely know.
So, when they did the autopsy, they didn't find anything.
Let me just explain something to you. There was never a body in that casket. Let's go there.
Respect.
Okay, there was never a body. No body. I opened the casket. So when they came down, when my dad was supposed to come down and we was in the funeral home and everybody was sitting in there, well, I never seen him. So they didn't show us that he was dead. Sometimes in my own head, I always feel like I'm going to run into him. Honestly, because I flipped the casket. Everybody was screaming in there. I flipped the damn casket up and was pulling the straw out the casket. My dad was not in that casket. Nothing was in there but straw.
So you think your dad may be still alive?
I used to say that, but he's gone. But I used to say that he was because, from when I was younger, I never seen nobody in there.
So that played in your mind, the fact that the casket was empty.
What would you want to say to him if you ran into him?
Honestly, I probably would curse him out.
Wow.
He corrupted my life. Like, I should have been a boy with the things that he had me doing. And he was my introduction to the streets, was my dad.
Can you speak about the things that he had you doing as a child? Or?
Do I want to give that to y'all?
Do you? I don't know.
Like it's a sensitive topic for you, though.
It's very sensitive.
I can see your eyes, and I can tell you from the street, but I see your eyes. It's sensitive. And you're good. You're good at.
I think for a long time, because for so long I played games with myself, and I made pretend that something else was there that really wasn't there, but my corruption came from him, and it didn't really matter because I'm going to be charged with whatever regardless. You understand what I'm saying? So if for so long with so many things, like kids had dreams of being a doctor and a lawyer and all the rest of this thing. I had a dream of being the largest kingpin in the world. Like, that's who I was. That's what I wanted to be. Those are my dreams. And so from the age of 9, I was having deuces placed around me that I would be selling deuces of heroin that I would get from him. And that's where my nickname Rooster came from. Rooster was the name that they called me. It was the Rooster on 150th Street. There was a bar right there on the corner of 150th Street, and it was called the Rooster, Red Rooster. And that's what we used to be at. And I was a kid.
So when did you find out Pops was selling drugs, though? When did you find that out? At 9? Like, how did you find out?
Well, honestly, I really didn't know because I remember one time my mom went upstairs and she seen, like, there was mountains of heroin all upstairs. And I heard her yell to my father, like, James, what is that? What is that powdery stuff up there in the room? And he's like, oh, Millie, that ain't nothing but some baby powder. Like, my mom, my poor, I feel so sorry. We raised my mother. But my mom didn't know nothing. She didn't smoke cigarettes, she didn't drink liquor, she didn't party. All she knew how to do was be a wife and a mother. That was it. And I remember her telling that, and I remember me and my cousin Sharon going upstairs, and I got a hold of it, and I OD'd. That wow. They rushed me to the hospital. And it was so crazy because there was no Bureau of Child Welfare coming to knock on the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have that. There was nobody coming in.
Right.
Wow.
And I remember going in and being sick as hell with whatever the hell it is that they did at that time. But I really didn't understand, and I still didn't know. I just knew that whatever that powdery stuff was, not then, but it was a different kind of baby powder. Like, to this day, I don't mess with baby powder.
Wow.
Just to this day, I don't do it.
Because of that?
Just because of that. It's like some psychological shit in my head, like whatever. But I didn't know that that was the same thing that was in those bags that was around me.
Right.
I was a kid. I knew that when I did that, I made change.
You said earlier today, a couple minutes ago, that Bim didn't really know him.
He didn't.
So what do you remember about him, though? What stood out about your father? What stood out
I
about
know.
him? The smile, how he was? Was he a guy that did he put hands on people? Like, what character?
My dad was a cutter. Like, my sister Dodie, like, you know Dodie, right? So everybody that know Dodie kept razors in her mouth. Yeah. And everybody's like, where does Dodie get that from? But she literally got that from my father. Even though she didn't know. But my dad was known, they called him Sugar Daddy. And my uncle's Dennis, his name was Cheetah Baby. So, like, the both of them up there, he was known for, like, cutting up. If you ask your family, they would tell you that about him. Like, he was known for that. He would just cut your ass up.
And then, do you remember the day that, or the time frame that him and your mom broke up? Do you remember what led up to that, of him leaving? Did she kick him out, or did he leave?
I know that my mom wanted us to not be around him, but I couldn't understand it. You know, then, like, now I know everything, but at that time, I can't sit here and tell you that I knew what was going on. I just knew that he wasn't there. And, you know, then it really got rough for me when like years later, she found somebody else, and it was like kind of rough. That's what Bimmy called his stepfather, but it was rough because at that time, if your mother went with another man, you know, your mom was like kind of considered being a hoe. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't your dad, if she was in a house with another man, it was hard during that time. People talked, like your neighbors talked, everybody talked about you. So I went through a lot of changes with that. And I think that that's some of the stuff that had me kind of going crazy and being disruptive in the house, because I was very disruptive in the house.
At what age did he leave?
I think I was 10.
He just woke up one day and he was gone. They ain't no
I didn't wake
argument,
up one day. It
no
was
yelling,
It was
no.
a big fight in there. That was it.
So you stayed in touch with him after that, or you just didn't see him for a while?
Yeah. Actually, the Richard had hit Bimmy and Joe, and I had just called my dad the night before that, and he was coming up here. I wanted him to come get him. And
That's your stepfather, right?
I'm sorry.
You said who had hit? You said somebody hit?
Richard had hit him.
Who's Richard? Your mother's boyfriend?
That's my little sister brother's father.
Oh, because I know Bim said that his sisters didn't talk to the guy that was like, I forgot what did he tell us, like.
Everybody felt their own little things, and for me, I didn't like him because he was abusive to my mother. Not only was he abusive to my mother, but he was knocking off all their, all the friends. So that was kind of deep, you know what I'm saying, for us. But for him, he don't know any better because he was young.
He was knocking her friends off.
Yeah, he was knocking
them
my
down?
sisters. Yeah, he was doing a lot of shit.
So you can't get mad at him. You could.
You could get mad when them bitches got the heart to come to that door with as many girls as was in that house. That wasn't cute. That wasn't cute at all.
But like I said, Uncle Bim, he was saying that, like you said, people had a relationship with him. He swear that, I forgot which sister he said didn't talk to him at all. Never talked to the man Richard.
Jamie, my sister Jamie.
Never spoke to him. He said. And I said, "You sure?" He said, I don't remember her speaking to him at all. And but how long your mom was with him for?
A lot of years. My mom only been with 2 men in her life.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but his dumb ass don't know. That's one of the reasons why he got kicked out. We always got kicked out, but it was his shit. But we got blamed that it was our drugs and not his. His dumb ass was claiming that man. That's what set his ass up.
Who? Who set him up?
Richard.
He set up Uncle Bim, and he got kicked out the house.
Yeah.
And you witnessed him like put his hands on your mom and stuff like that. You shouldn't do that.
Oh, one time.
And it was bad.
One time.
And the reason why I'm asking you this, Aunt Deb, and excuse me if I call you that, allow me to now, is because in life, a lot of people state that when the father is absent from the home, it causes turmoil internally and externally. It causes a lot of turmoil, a lot of dysfunction, especially when another man comes in the home. Sometimes there's a lot of confusion when the child is close with their father. And if the child is not close with their father, they feel like a man being in the home could be able to help a child go the straight path. Do you agree with that statement?
For that situation, for that time, it was different. Okay, that day and time, it was just totally different. Excuse me, a child wasn't as boisterous as what they are today, and how you're able to say and do whatever you want to do. In my time, you couldn't do that. And we really grew up in a very, very strict Catholic family. It was very strict. So being raised from underneath some of that stuff, there was still values there, and there was still things that you was taught that was just so taboo. Even though it was so bullshit, because when I think about just the way of things then, it's crazy. It's just crazy. And that's what have us off our rocket because of the bullshit that we was taught. It was things you couldn't say anything. Like a child was to be seen but never heard. You couldn't speak. You couldn't say anything. But not I, said the rabbit.
So you ran away, but when you used to run away, where did you go stay? Who did you stay
My
with?
grandmother.
Your grandmother.
My dad's mother.
How far did she live? Where did she live?
116th and 171st.
Okay, so you stayed with her, but then
I was there. My mom was like, I couldn't go to her mother's house. She was like, don't go to my mother's house. So I didn't. I went to my dad's.
And then you was in the street now. So what was your first, like, when you was in the street, you were still in school?
Managed to run away?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to school. Yeah, I would go to Mays and steal me an outfit. You know.
What, excuse me? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I would go to Mays and steal an outfit. You know, I have to get some outfits.
Was it easy to steal outfits back then?
Hell yeah.
So would you put it like in your shirt or some old school?
I put it on my body.
So you put it on and walk out? Man, you did. Stop it, Aussie. Come on. Come on, man. Please, get out of here. When you put it on and walk out, they allow you to do that. Just walk out. How much clothes you put on? Like 4?
Are you trying to learn?
Why you got to be sarcastic? I'm asking you a question.
But are you trying to learn?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Just note that I put it on.
Respect. I'm trying to learn. Can you teach me?
No.
Oh.
It's a bad habit.
Oh.
So you stole outfits for what? You were trying to fit in with the kids in school, or you didn't have the?
Oh, let's be clear on something.
Oh.
I ain't never tried to be down with nobody.
Let's talk about it.
Let's be clear on that one. I'm so serious.
Because some guests we have on the show they try to fit in what was going on, or they feel like they don't have.
And I've never been that kind of person.
Okay.
That tried to fit in with anybody. I don't give a damn how you feel, just like I am now.
Right.
I don't give a damn what people say or how they feel.
That's real.
They wasn't gonna say nothing anyway because I'd be gonna beat the brakes off their ass. So it didn't even matter. I was an angry kid. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't go through that, but I was cool with everybody. And everybody was cool with me. So it ain't nothing, like that. I had to change my clothes. Can't wear the same drawers you wore yesterday the next day. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I literally had to get dressed.
So you would go in the morning before school, or you would get right and go?
I would even, like, if I left that day, I'm going to hit the store before it closed.
That's right.
So,
That's
and I had
different.
this Irish girlfriend named Patricia Vincent I used to be with.
I know her.
You don't know Patty. And I used to stay at her house. Like, I used to spend the night at her house. Like, her mom didn't know. Like, when her mom went to bed, I would be hiding. And she didn't know I was at their house. So sometimes I would just be over there.
Wow. So I also read online that around that time you were into dancing and performing and stuff like that.
I used to love to dance. Dancing was like everything. Modeling, dancing, like all those things. I had a whole dream. You know what I'm saying? And it was like shattered. I used to act. Like the first play I ever did was A Hero Ain't Nothing But a Sandwich. You heard of that? So it was this lady's family, and the play was like good. When it came to the movie, I couldn't do it, and I couldn't even finish the play because I had this satin dress I had to wear. My legs was all long and skinny, and I was just so embarrassed to go out there and show my legs. Like, I did not want to show my legs. They were so straight.
Wow.
And going through that stuff, so I kind of backed up off of it. But Larry Scott, which was a very good friend of mine at that time, he did keep the leading role because we had the lead roles, but I didn't.
Because of the whole...
Yeah, I was embarrassed. I was so skinny.
So how you started getting to the gangs and stuff? Because what you part of? Jelly Stompers, Tomahawks? Which one you was part of?
Oh, you know about Tomahawks?
I know all. I'm from Queens.
I was with a lot of gangs.
Real quick, water doesn't... You don't need to sip water.
You don't tell me how to drink water.
Oh, pardon me. I'm just making sure you're all right, Making sure you're all right. Just checking on you.
About telling me how to drink?
Just want to make sure you're good, Sometimes just help. Each one teach one.
Sweetie.
Each one teach one.
What are you teaching me?
Love.
What are you teaching me?
Teach you love.
What are you teaching me?
I just said it, love. I love you.
I'm going to tell you to take out a pencil and pad and take notes. I'm about to take your ass back to school.
Let's go.
In 2.2 seconds.
Wait, let's slow down.
I'm trying to be nice.
You don't need to.
The
doors is open. Please clear the way.
Facts.
Let me take my shield off because I need to learn. My repellent shield is gone. Look.
You know shit wasn't working with me no way. You could have been took that shit off.
So what's the first gang you joined, Auntie? What was the gang that you?
I don't know if it was the Immortals.
Oh wow.
Cause the Immortals, the Skulls, the Tomahawks. I was in all that. My cousin was in the Crown, so I just was with them. Period.
7 Crowns.
Yeah, she was with 7 Crowns, and I had about 5 jackets.
Wow. What was your reason for joining these gangs? Do you remember, or just?
Yeah, I was just hanging out.
Just hanging out.
I was just hanging out. It wasn't about nothing. I was just hanging out.
Right.
And most of the time when they fought, I would sit down. Because I would always be cool with everybody else. And the crazy thing is that everybody knew what I was doing, and it was never a problem. I was just cool with everybody. So I might be in the Bronx, I could be in Crooklyn, you know what I'm saying? I could be wherever.
How'd you get so cool with everybody though? Like what made you just this
Well,
household name that just
I don't know.
just happened? You walked outside and everybody cool with you.
When a person is 100 and people know that, real recognize real. You wouldn't know that today because there's too many fake ass people here today. They don't go by that shit like how it was with us.
Respect.
But it goes back to what he said, because now you see, you're smart. But it goes back to what he said earlier, a couple minutes ago, when he said that, were you trying to be down? Because that's what you joined the gang.
Did that mean that I was trying to be down? I was hanging out. I was just hanging out.
So why you
I
joined
only
the gang?
did one initiation. I did one fight, one initiation I did. One bottle throw up, one initiation, that was it. And really it was because I wanted to fight her. That's what that was.
How does it go though? They throw the bottle
The
up?
bottle goes in the air. First one swings for the bottle, go. Like, that's it.
You know how to punch. You laid out?
I'm not trying to be funny, but my hands was good. Like, no. I have no problem as far as that go. And I fought guys quicker than females.
We heard.
You have to understand that my daddy trained me really good. It was a lot of shit that I knew that a girl should not have been doing. And parts of me kind of hate it because I very much want to be a real female. Like, not that aggressive, gorilla. Like, I just, it's hard to kind of explain. But.
Did he teach you about weapons and stuff as well?
Oh, what is that?
What is a weapon? Do you want Webster's dictionary or you want my opinion? I can give you both.
Let's do both.
Okay, sure. Well, my opinion, let's start with my opinion while I get up the definition.
Your opinion or your definition?
My definition. Oh, very good, very good. First of all, I found a definition. A thing designed or used for inflicting bodily harm or physical damage.
What the hell is that? What could that have been? Ooh, what is that? What could that be?
It can be a stick, a pole, a brick. Back in the days, I used bricks and stuff.
We did?
I mean, what's that movie called?
Back in the days, we used our hands. We used naked hands.
So it was no sticks, no chains, none of that. So the movie, what's that movie?
You have chains. You could do chains. But this here, your skills.
And Pops taught you it all.
No, well, listen. Some stuff I had to learn.
And real quick, like, and all jokes aside, when I speak to you about that situation, when it comes to your, I don't know any interview where you did talk about getting the details as far as your parents or your father.
I've never, I don't like, one of the things I don't do really, keeping 100 with you, I don't interview really, because you tell somebody one thing and they're going to do something totally different. You know what I'm saying? And they'll misconstrue all the shit that you said and create it the way they want to do it, or what sounds good, or something that they might get some publicity off of.
Right.
So it's very seldom that I do that. And I really never talked about my childhood. Like, that was a big thing that I just never, ever talked about.
And the reason why I said that is because watching you, I mean, the HD cameras would catch it better than how we would catch it. But you got a little emotional, but you controlled it well.
Yeah.
And I see that. I see that it bothers you.
Like, honestly, it hurts. A lot of the decisions that was made in my life was made because I was taught by the people that love me. So who the hell are you to tell me that I'm doing something wrong if this is not what's going on in your house? My girlfriend, Patricia, I remember one week, this is where I learned to love corned beef and cabbage. Her mom used to make that so good. And I remember one week she was like, Miss Vincent asked me, was I going to come over to eat? And I said, yeah. But everybody was sitting at the table so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I was sitting there and I kept like sliding back, looking. Every time somebody reached for something, I would be moving back. And she said, Deborah, are you okay? I said, yes. But in my head, I wanted to say, when are y'all going to fight?
Why? But why?
Because we didn't do no damn Sunday dinners and somebody didn't get their ass whooped. Somebody was going to get fucked up at that table. It was dysfunctional. Do you understand what I'm saying? I didn't know how to sit down with a family setting because our family settings was how they were. Am I making sense to you?
You are. It's kind of sad a little bit.
So, and it was crazy. It was like the same way I ran home after getting a black eye. I was fucking excited as hell because I got punched in my eye. And I held my eye. I was excited. And the same time, I said, come on, everybody, come upstairs. All my cousins, I'm telling them, come upstairs, my sisters. And I was like this. I said, y'all ready? Come on, close the door. And they was like, what? I was like this. I said, look, he loves me. They was like, wow. And when my mom seen it, I seen her eyes water up. And I'm telling her that he did love me. But my mom was to go in the room. And then I said to her, afterwards, like later, my mother like really kind of got up. She had called my uncles and them over there or whatever. But then my mom was like, when she said something, and I looked at her and I said, why do you get these things all the time? This hurts. But I knew in my head, I'm not getting this again. I'm never going through this again. I knew that. And that was the day right there when I spoke to her, I never was going to be her. I will not be you ever. That was not cute. Even though I laughed with everybody and was showing them, but after a while when I was saying that, I was telling my cousin Sharon, we were so close. And I was telling her, she was like, how'd that feel? When I told her, I said, if he ever tried to hit me again, I'm going to kill him. And I meant that.
What age are we talking here?
I think I was like 16.
And it was a guy that you were dating?
You recall why
my first boyfriend.
You recall why he gave you the black eye?
No, something he told me. I don't know. I didn't do it or whatever. And I don't really remember, everything about it. But
you knew after that that was it.
Never was gonna happen with me again, ever. No man. Like, it's very hard. I really kind of hate saying this because people get a misconception when I say it, but I don't really respect men that much. It takes a lot for me to respect a man. I mean, I'm so serious. It takes a lot for me to respect you.
And that's because of what you witnessed.
A lot of stuff coming up from a kid and, going through different things and watching things that some men do. And even now, like within this game period.
How many siblings you had?
It's 8 of us.
Who?
It was 9. But we had a cousin that we didn't learn was our cousin until we got older. Even though my mom's, like, I knew she had a son. That's why I always thought about him. But the one before me, he died. And my cousin Ricky turned out to be, I found out he was my cousin. He tried to rape me.
What?
And I remember I told my dad he tried to mess with my pocketbook. And like in my mom's house, you go upstairs, there's this little window right there. And my father tried to shove him through the window. It was like just blood all over the place. And that's when I learned that he was our cousin. I couldn't believe that like my brother would touch me, to do something. It was so crazy because just the way I was thinking, I didn't know what he was doing because I really didn't know nothing about sex. And honestly, even when I was older, when something finally did happen, my first boyfriend raped me. And that's how my virginity was broken. So it wasn't something I gave away because coming from that Catholic background, it's like, in order for you to have a husband, you had to be a virgin. And because my virginity was taken away from me, I really never felt worthy of being anybody's wife. So I didn't have the desire, but I wanted children. And I wanted 15 kids. I wanted my kids, but it wasn't important about the man.
Wow.
So your father, your cousin, your father put hands on him.
Oh, did he?
You see him these days?
Oh, did he?
Do you still see your cousin?
He's dead.
He passed away?
Mm-hmm. He's dead.
Oh, man.
So it's crazy because there's a lot of crazy stuff for that. You know, there's a lot of crazy things in my head as far as that stuff go.
But why? So women, when a lot of, well, not a lot, but when women go through serious situations like that, right? Is it because the lack of attention that is presented in the home? When I mean attention,
Let's go back again. Okay. I ain't trying to be funny, but you're about to piss my ass off, for real. So you're going to tell me that it is justifiable for a sick-ass bastard to touch a child or to touch a woman or girl, period, to try to rape or molest them because they're not getting attention?
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, so you please help me with this.
I would help you.
Okay.
What I mean attention, meaning if the parent, meaning was attentive, was there paying attention to what's going on, do you think it would still be able to happen? That's the question that I mean. Yeah. Not the person that's doing it.
Let me explain something to you. It has nothing to do with the person's parent. You can't blame that on the parent.
Okay.
You understand? Because do you have children?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Have you ever been in the house and your child does something and you right there in the house and they done something they ain't got no damn business doing?
Yes.
Okay. So do that make you a bad parent?
No.
Do that mean that you wasn't attentive to your child?
At the moment, I wasn't.
So every 5 seconds you right there with your child?
No.
Okay. So there's nothing that could ever go on that you wouldn't know about?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I'm saying. It wasn't about us not getting attention. It was about a sick-ass individual, period. For whatever went on. And for me and any other girl that's out there, it doesn't mean that your mother wasn't taking care of you. It doesn't mean that your dad didn't take care of you. It means that there's a sick-ass fuck that got issues that's fucking with you. And what people don't understand is when a man does that, I don't think they understand what they do to that woman, period. For the rest of her life, you fuck her up, period. Period. And they don't even understand what they do. Here's the key. As a child, children play the best head games ever. So now when you become an adult and you get all these crazy shit that start going on with these women and stuff that they start doing, well, now their childhood brings their adulthood into play. Because those walls start slamming down and all these shit start coming up in you that you forgot all about this bullshit. But all these things start coming up inside of you and you start remembering all this stuff. You know how many times I've been judged? I've been judged so many fucking times. But is it my fault that I did these things? Is it my fault that I was taught all of these things? Is that my fault for real? And people, oh, you should know better when you get... Wow. But sometimes you don't know better. You know, I volunteer at DJJ, and I have them little boys, I sit there and I talk to them. And it hurts me to sit there and listen to them when they tell me that they sitting in there so that their mama's man can't go to jail because if he do, she'll never have him again. That's sick shit. But now that kid is doing time. And now they're giving kids football numbers. So it's okay for them. But that's just sick shit for them to go through that stuff. But that child is judged by his environment.
Understood.
So people become a product of their own environment, but then yet everybody want to judge them by that. So I think it's sick when people do shit like that.
I agree.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Do you think you're a bad parent if your kid do something and you didn't see it or you don't know? Did that make you a bad parent?
It don't make me a bad parent, but it makes me think that what I could have done to help them not make this decision makes me think that,
Do you not understand that when a child becomes 18 months, it sheds its mother's immune system and develops its own. So kids start having its own makeup early.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
It's already in a book on how this child is going to be. It's designed that way already.
Right.
There's no need of you beating your ass, because if a child has his own mind, it has his own mind to do. But then sometimes some of the wrong is how you'll learn to do right. So there's no perfect kid that's out there.
There's no perfect parents.
And there's no, listen, there was no book with that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a perfect parent. I was far from a perfect parent. The shit that I did was unreal. So I don't feel that I was like the best mother in the world. I always tell people that when they say, oh, I wish you don't wish shit, because you don't really know who I am. You don't judge me by 1 minute. 1 minute that you see me on the social media, you think you know me. Or if you see me 2 minutes on the TV screen, you think you really know me.
But a lot of people in the industry, I see them, they feel comfortable coming to you for advice and for help and things like that.
As much as what people think, because I'm 100, I'm not going to bullshit you. Even if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Right.
I'm going to tell you that I'm wrong. But don't hold me responsible for who you make me out to be.
Right.
You understand? I'm only who I am, and I'm Debra Antney, and I'm not inhuman. And I made plenty of mistakes as a parent. Plenty.
But you think your past and your experience helped you out to be this person that they
yeah.
come to and talk to and be comfortable with?
Hell yeah. Today, I'm kind of happy because had I not have gone through a quarter of the things that I went through, I wouldn't be able to deal with this shit.
Right.
I wouldn't even be able to deal with people. I barely like people now. And that's just real. So, what you want to ask me?
Yeah, I got some questions.
I know you do.
So, after the whole situation, you started dating what age you started dating? 16?
I had my first boyfriend. I was 14.
And how old was he?
16.
Okay. When did things started to get serious for you as far as, because how many children you have?
I have 5 sons.
5?
Yeah, but I adopted, like, kids, too. So I've always had a lot of kids. I have girls, too. Like, they're my kid's sister, and then there's 3 girls that I adopted. So I have a total of 9 in total.
Okay, but from you it's 5.
But biologically, I have 5 sons.
5 sons, okay. And your oldest?
That's Kwam.
Kwam. And what?
And then Wu, then Waka, then Rara, then Ko.
Okay, now, the question I had to ask you is this. When you were younger, before we get into the adulthood, when you were younger, you said that you wanted a lot of children when you were younger. And I want to ask you that mentality, where did that come from? Because in your opinion, where did the fact that you wanted so much children come from to be like surrounded?
I love kids. Let me tell you something. The one thing that I do love, I love being a mother. I love parenthood. I really do. I love it. I'm not good at accepting not being it. I don't even like that my kids are grown. Like, and now I get on my grandkids' nerve. They're getting older, I won't be bothered. But I love being a mother. Like, I truly, truly love that. And I come from a big family. My family's huge.
Yeah.
Everybody has big families.
Right.
So having a big family was major. It was like something really big. Like, there's not very many people in my family have one child. I don't know who got one child. Maybe today's time they do. But there was a whole lot of us.
What kind of mom were you when you had your first, couple of kids? Like, what?
I was a hustler.
What do you mean hustler?
I was in the streets.
Word?
Word.
What year was this? What? Why you looking at me like that? I want to make sure, man. So
You want to make sure?
I just want to make sure that you remember.
You want to make sure?
Auntie.
You want to make sure?
I apologize.
No, you want to make sure?
So Uncle Ben was getting money and you was getting money too. Why y'all ain't join forces? See, that's what I'm saying. The year is important to me because I'm going to ask those type of questions. You get it?
You know what's so good about me right now? I learned when not to say nothing. I learned. I was in the streets far before my brother, sweetie. Far before him. But we're not going to do a comparison or do
I ain't gonna do
whatever.
that. No,
I'm not going to do it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
but that
what you're
wasn't my
gonna do.
intentions.
But it doesn't matter. I'm just setting the record straight on that.
Let me ask you a question. When people set the record straight, what is the premise of setting the record straight?
Don't ask me about people.
Oh,
I want you to ask me, because see, I can't attest for somebody else. And I don't know why somebody else would do something, but I'm going to tell you about me.
All right.
So this is checkmate time right now.
All right. You set.
Let me check you with me.
Respect.
Okay? That's just with me.
Pardon me.
All right? This is never a comparison. I don't compare myself to my siblings at all. There is no comparison. Just know who the HBIC is and who was there first. It's as simple as that.
But you see, that's self-comparison.
I like that though.
Yeah.
Compare
That's
me
self
to me.
because me, I was just asking. I just wanted to inquire because I just wanted to know.
See, some things I just want to plead the fifth on.
Then
It doesn't matter.
Say that.
Do you know what that means?
No. Help me figure it
No.
out.
Do you know what that means?
Plead the fifth. No.
You told me to say it. So why would I say something you don't know what it means?
Because
She gonna plead the fifth,
we learn every day. I learn from. I'm willing to learn. That's the difference. I'm willing to learn from everyone.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure, you can ask me anything you want. You just ask me a question.
Damn,
Actually.
you look like him. Is Milton Bradley your father?
Who?
Milton Bradley.
No.
Is that your father's name?
No.
Oh.
Who was Milton Bradley?
That's the.
You got
That
jokes?
was- she got jokes.
Is that supposed to be a joke? Is that
You don't
supposed to be a
know who
joke?
Milton Bradley
No, I
is?
don't.
That's
No.
the game.
Because you are like, y'all, you seem like y'all related.
That's the game stuff. The toys.
That's the game person.
Yeah.
What game person?
Milton
Look it up.
Bradley,
Look, you're right there in front of your internet.
All right,
Milton
hold on,
Bradley.
hold on.
They made all the toys and stuff back in the. Let them do it.
Let him do his homework.
Sorry,
Alright,
Flip. My fault, bro.
So you found out she's your family. Now you do. I'm just saying that's straight too, boy. I
No,
don't
but
like
let's
that.
go.
That's
Let's
biased. Milton Bradley. Hold on. With the MB.
Milton Bradley.
So I don't understand. Do I look like the person, the owner, or I look like the?
You
Y'all
playing?
have a lot of behaviors.
I don't look like this old man. What's wrong
It
with
doesn't
you?
matter. I said y'all have some similarities.
Because of the games.
Y'all
You
like games.
playing games. Yeah.
Y'all like to play games.
Okay, let me tell you something.
That was slick though. I like
I'm a
that.
person that
Let me
believes.
explain something to you. Don't huff too hard, because I just seen how you just try to go there.
No, because I want to have to breathe.
Don't
because-
stutter.
Nah,
But
I ain't
just
gonna
say what you
stutter.
gotta say.
Look me in the eyes, Auntie. You know,
Hello.
the green eyes doesn't fool me. I can see through it. I'm a person, you know, when I say something, I mean it. I mean what I say and say what I mean. And I stand on my square. Milton Bradley games and all that, that's cute.
So you're boxed.
That's good. Yo, you coming back quick. Well,
One more, she getting it.
no,
bro.
no, she's not getting it.
Nah,
Don't give it to her.
one more.
Don't give it to her because that'll be biased.
No,
That's
it's
your
not
family.
biased, 'cause that's
Don't
two-
give it to her
that's
yet.
two. That was two good ones.
No, I'm not boxed. I have boxed before. Yes, thank you for acknowledging
We're not
my
talking about that,
attributes.
bro.
But no,
Ate the box
I'm
before.
not. You know, and no.
You know when somebody's boxed in, what that means, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I just want to just know that.
But I could teach you
there.
a couple of things too.
You can
Auntie.
teach me?
Yeah.
And guess what? Guess what? I learn every single day, and I don't feel like I can't be taught.
So you want to take my line now and make? Oh, that's good. You can't do that. That was dope. But I'm not. It wasn't a comparison. Basically,
Okay.
I was just wondering because at the time, you know, I always heard that you was outside and you was heavy in the industry, and I want to get into that. But when you say you was in the streets, I was just trying to figure out the time frame, how long you was in the streets before you make the conversion, like stuff like that. That was the
How
point of me
long
asking.
was I in the streets before I did what?
Make the conversion to the industry, or before you left it alone? Have you been incarcerated?
Can I share this with you?
Sure.
Okay. So the funny thing is about when you say into the industry, what does that mean when you say in the industry? I've been in a lot of industries, but what does that mean?
The music industry.
The music industry has been a way of life forever and a day. It's like your definition of the hip hop world you're talking about? I don't even know.
You don't know how you got into it. You don't remember how you got into it.
I do know. But I don't know the year.
No, but, okay. So, were you ever married? Were you, like, at all? No. Okay, so,
I did get married for 1 week. and I got an annulment.
Yo, Auntie, chill. Auntie, chill out. Stop.
I got an annulment.
I ain't trying to laugh. Come on.
I had an annulment.
Is it respectful to ask how much children fathers you have? How many baby fathers you
Yeah,
have?
you can.
How many?
3.
3. Okay. The first baby father. How was that situation?
He was like 17 years older than me. He was older, but I didn't know I was pregnant. I didn't find out I was pregnant until I was like almost 5 months pregnant. So I still was monthly getting. I never showed. I didn't even know I was pregnant when I left him.
Wow.
So I didn't know it.
And you left him. How long you were with him for? You was dealing with him.
Probably like I don't know. I think like 2 to 3 years. I think something like that.
2 to 3 years. And you left him. You didn't know why. You didn't know you was pregnant. You just left him.
No, we got into it.
And
I was like, I'm going.
You
I'm
don't.
leaving.
How many chances have you gave him?
We didn't go through that.
So you don't give chances.
We didn't go through that. We didn't go through that. We didn't go through that.
So
It was like kind of ugly because he literally tried to put his hands on me, and it didn't turn out good. But I don't really want to talk about that.
Respect.
But just know that I was okay.
Respect.
That's what I'm not having.
Right.
And it was like, I'm not your child. Although, you want to think that or whatever, but I'm not your child.
And you're not gonna play around with anybody.
And I'm not going to play with you and nobody else. So we just going to leave that just like that.
Now at that time, like, how hard was it for you to trust someone? Like you said, you didn't really trust men like that. Is it at that time you didn't trust men because of what you've been through?
I think that my attraction to him also was...
Can you close the door, please? Can you close that door for me? Yeah, close that door. Just the door right here. Yeah, you guys. This door. Okay.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Stand by.
All right. I think that side for me was the missing piece to my dad. Being real. Like, I'm so serious. Getting connected there was like he took care of me. You know what I'm saying? It was like so much stuff. He was really big in the game. So it was like almost like me having my dad. If that's making sense to you.
Did you find yourself trying to find guys that would compare to your dad, or kind
I
of?
never tried to find guys.
Well,
I'm not trying to be funny, but I never went.
I get you. Well, when you were dating, did you look attracted to that? Did you find yourself being attracted more to guys?
I was attracted to fast money, fast cars, and fast men. And it's not like I had 100,000 men because I was in lasting relationships like as I'm going on. But I only liked it criminals.
So who was getting it back in your days though when you was younger? Who was getting it? Who was in the streets?
What you mean?
Like who was in the streets? Who was popping? Who was getting it back in the days?
A lot of people.
Any familiar names we know?
No, I'm not going to sit here and name people because that's like telling on people.
Really?
Yeah, if you do that, if I could sit here and tell you that stuff, then that's the same as me sitting here snitching.
Even if there was charge already with it before?
I don't give a damn. I don't care. That's like me admitting to something that they done. Everybody that was charged, don't mean that they was charged for something that they did. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
So sometimes these people put shit on people that they didn't do. They didn't do it. So what am I supposed to do? Sit here and say, oh yeah, John Doe, big, huge back then. He was slinging this and slinging that. What the hell are you doing? You're trying to set me up right now.
Me?
I'm cut from a different cloth. I'll tell them myself, but I'm not going to sit up here and talk about what somebody else did because I really don't know what anybody else did.
Auntie, you come with a lot of aggression, and I appreciate it. But when I ask these questions, it's just to know who you are. Because you
I don't need to validate myself to you. Who are you that I have to validate myself to? I'm not trying to be funny, but who are you that I have to sit here and give you dates and times to say that I'm solidified?
I know you solidify. My name is Queens Flip. That's who I am, for the record.
What does Queens Flip? What the hell do that shit mean?
Auntie,
No, what the hell do Queens Flip mean?
I'm from Queens.
Let's do good now because the cameras is going now. Now we can have some fun.
Oh,
yeah.
Yo, get comfortable.
Let's have fun.
What Queens Flip mean? What do you want to know about Queens Flip? What do it mean?
I don't listen.
I'm from Queens and I'm able to flip out, meaning personality-wise. I flip, I'm calm, and then I flip. That's what Queens Flip means.
So I want a little paper too. So let's have fun.
I didn't understand.
I'm on
me?
some paper, so let's have fun.
You're on some paper?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, because I can flip too. I got multiple personalities, so we can do this. It's okay. Let's have fun. Let the games begin now.
I don't want to compete of who can flip worse. You are a veteran.
But you
at
just
flipping.
said it.
I'm telling you, I'm from Queens, Linden and Farmers. You made a face when I said that earlier. All right, that's where I'm from. And you do that same noise. I don't know what that means. Do you know anybody from that area? I asked you.
I know plenty of people from that
Okay,
area.
thank you. So that's where I'm from, and my name is Queens Flip. Period.
That's not a good name. That flip part is not good.
Why?
It's just not good.
Tell me why.
It's not good.
I can tell you how I got the name if you want to know.
Okay, how you got the name?
I was on 193rd in Linden, and there was a guy named Los, I think. There was some guy in the street, I forgot. And I was arguing with him, but he's supposed to be a tough guy then. And my cousin Webb stopped me from arguing with him and said, you was
He's
just...
gonna beat your ass?
She was going to do something. Webb came from across the street on the other side and came and got me. You can't do that. You flip out. He was yelling at me in the car about me being a flip because I was disrespecting this person. You could take one. Yes, you're welcome. Because I was flipping on this person, and that's how I got. And then it was just flipped at that time. And then there was a lot of flips going around. There's flip from 109. There's a lot of different flips. And then they said put Queens in front of it, and that's how the name came about. And then if people know me, I tend to flip out. I'm happy, then I'm get mad. Weirdo stuff.
Very true.
That sounds like you got a little bipolar in you.
No.
And some manic
hold
and
on.
bipolar. What do you think? Am I right?
No, don't press no buttons. Yo, don't press no buttons.
G, am I right?
Yeah, G, if you do that, G,
G, am I right?
Hello? Yeah, no, we just doing the show right now.
And that's okay, but am I right, G?
So because y'all related, this is what we gonna do?
It don't mean anything, sweetie. I just want to see if he's 100.
No, bipolar, I don't know. I know him for a long time. I feel like his past makes him who he is. He's been through a lot of stuff in the past, and I feel like he tends to flip out in certain situations.
So what you been through in your past?
I don't think we need to get into that, Auntie. It's not about me.
Why are you all in bonds and I can't know nothing about you?
I ain't getting that much in the past. Just just stuff.
What stuff?
Fighting and stabbing and
You got
shooting.
people fighting you and stabbing you and shooting you?
Her, jaw broken and just a lot of stuff.
People broke your jaw?
I got my jaw broke before, yeah.
From what? Gangbanging?
No,
What? They jumped you?
I went into in Lincoln Park, and I told them I never heard of them.
7 crowns.
Yeah,
What it do?
yeah. I said I never
You know how
heard
to do
of
the
them.
crown walk?
Nah,
I was gonna say let's do it. I love the crown walk.
show me.
No,
So why, I know how to do it. Let's do it.
no. Who you know in the crowns?
I don't know anybody in the crowns.
Oh, so you took your ass over there, beat your ass.
Then it be I got snuck, got my jaw broken in 2 places.
So wide up, right?
Yeah, and then after that, I laid on the bench for about a week looking for them, circling this park and, nigga shit, bullshit. But that's when I was in a bad place, just trying to
You
prove
was
something.
riding around?
Yes, with wires like
She
this.
said,
It's the truth.
You was riding around?
Yes, I
nah,
was.
he's pretty crazy. He's
I
a
was.
crazy.
I was.
You went over there and you was riding around by yourself?
Yes.
You was dolo?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't mad at you because I like rolling like that too because you can't tell on yourself, You
And
don't tell yourself,
but these are all lessons that I learned. All lessons that I learned. Things that it's just lessons learned and just being crazy. And it doesn't fit me. Being crazy and aggressive doesn't fit me. This is the better way.
You believe it or no?
No.
Really? Don't judge a book by its cover, Auntie.
It's facts. I've been around him 13 plus years.
It's not really facts. It's just
I know it's not facts because the crowns wasn't, that's so long ago.
no. The
Not
crowns
some
didn't break my
crowns.
jaw. No, but I
Nah.
got. I know. I said this, my jaw did get broken in Lincoln Park.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what Lincoln Park is.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we getting off track. It's not about me.
It's because if you want to know about me, I want to know about you. So what's the problem? Why could you know all these things about
Talking
me?
to Mike, Auntie.
I can't know anything about you. The mic is right here. Let it come over. Why can't I know anything about you?
You had one son with your first baby father. Yes.
Hmm?
You had one son with your first baby father. And then the second one, how many sons you had with him?
3.
3. And he's the one you were married for a week?
No. I never married none of my kids' father.
Oh, okay. So you had what were...
And I didn't marry no Jamaican for money. So I didn't do that either. So I just wanted to let you know that. But go ahead.
You didn't marry a Jamaican for money?
Yeah, you know, back in my days, these girls was making money getting married.
What does that mean? You didn't marry?
Because they was
I'm
getting
Jamaican.
money.
I'm half Jamaican.
It doesn't. I don't give a damn if you.
But the way you said it,
the reason why I'm saying it because people was trying to come into the country and they was marrying people, like the Jamaicans and the Africans they was marrying. Like that was a. Big
but they got
thing.
paid a lot of money, right? They were paying money for you to marry.
I think they asses are stupid for marrying them for a little bit of money because the money wasn't large enough to me.
How much would you marry at that time? Would you have
Nobody.
accepted?
I wouldn't do it.
But
I wouldn't do it.
What would be a good price?
I wouldn't do it. There's no price for it. I wouldn't do it. And the only reason why I did this with this person, the only reason why I did it, because one day we was all talking and they was telling me I was going to be an old maid. Right? So at my funeral, that they would be talking about and I'll be an old maid. So I just wanted to see what it felt like for that second. And then it was over with.
You wanted to see what getting married felt like. That's interesting.
So let's go a little deeper. So you have your sons, and then you're in the.
Well, see, they like. Remember what I told you that I liked it. Fast money,
Yes.
fast cars, fast man. So Raleigh stayed in jail. That was like home away from home. He stayed home long enough all the time to make a baby and he'd go back in. The only one of my children he was home with was Rara, my last one that I had by him. And that was the ending. Like after Rara, it was like it. Like I remember I went to the jail, and I went to the jail. There was a chick coming up there to visit, and when I came in, the COs looked and they started laughing. And when she said his name, going up to Rikers Island, you stand on a little line, and you ever been to Rikers Island to visit somebody?
Yes.
Okay, so you stand on a line and you go there and they ask you who you come to see, you call the name out or whatever. So when she called the name, I said, "Oh, that'd be 2 of us going out."
Wow.
And she turned around, she looked, her eyes got big. I said, "You good, baby?" I said, "We're both going." She said, "Oh, no, you can go." We're both going up.
Did you love him? Did you love him?
Yeah.
What type of guy was he?
He was a criminal.
Okay. Got you. And he was
A
in
career criminal.
And that's where you want to leave it at, because I know you don't like to talk about what people did or do.
What didn't he do?
He's alive still, right?
None of their fathers are alive.
They all got. Did they die natural deaths? All of them got. So you just like.
No, only one was killed. My first son's father, I don't really know what really went on with him. But when I got to Georgia, he had just died, and he was literally in Georgia on the east side at that time when I found out that he was down there. And he in some kind of car thing or whatever. I think the carbon monoxide or something like that with him that I heard. And the death that was the worst for me was my last son's father. I feared him.
You were scared of him?
I had a fear of respect. I had a fear of respect for him.
Why?
He was ill. He's the one that made me go back to school. He was very good with my kids. He actually taught me a lot of stuff. Even though he was like he was, like nobody believed that. I hated him when we was coming up, you know, and people just did not believe we were together. They could not believe it. And then I had those kids, so people did not believe that me and him was together at all. But if ever I ever wanted to marry somebody, it was him.
But what was
Like
it?
even though he was street, but by the time he went to start straightening up his life, it was too late. So I went through a lot of stuff behind that death. His death, I went through a lot.
Mental?
A lot. When I tell you a lot. I really feared him. Like that fear of respect for him. He was a man. Like I remember when he came home, he went to jail, he came home, and he had just came home. He came into the store because at that time I was writing numbers. I was in the number spot, and he was like he had to go, he had to make some money, he had to do something real quick. He had just came home, so I told him to catch, and I threw 5,000 at him. He looked at me and he threw it back at me, and he cursed me out. He said, "You think I'm a bitch?" like I'm looking at him like, what the hell? Like, well, let it be alone and give it back. You know what I'm saying? Just go do what you got to do and just give me my fucking money back. If you're as good as you say you are, I'll have my money back before the week is over. And he did. He came in. He gave me my 5 plus 10.
How did he pass away? I mean, what, in Queens?
He was killed
In,
on your side of town.
oh.
That's where he's from.
Really?
He's from your side.
I have a question real quick. Did you know Frenchie's father?
What?
I'm just saying, are you related to Frenchie's father or his mother? I don't know how
His
you're
mother.
You're related to Frenchie's mother.
Yeah,
But
but
did you know Big Frenchie? Was he crazy as they said they were? Like I always say.
yes,
For real?
yes.
And it's not
And little
exaggerated.
Frenchie ain't nothing like him.
What?
He's nothing like him. Don't tell me to shut up.
I'm not, what is wrong with trying to tell you to shut up? I just said, whoa. No, because they said that he was a tough guy.
No joke.
He was really
It was no joke.
and he
was
robbed
nothing-
a couple
he
of
was
big
nothing
people
to
and
play
got
with.
and nobody messed with him.
He was nothing to play with.
He was really nothing to play
He
with.
was nothing to play with.
Not exaggerating.
He was nothing to play with. Point blank, period.
Why you smiling for?
Period. I love him to death. He was nothing to play with.
And you said little Frenchie is not nothing like him.
Nothing like him. No.
Does he look like him?
Yeah.
But character-wise, ain't nothing alike.
Not his father at all. I think that that's a hurting for him too, because like when kids like know their dads, or it is sort of like celebrity kids. Like you try to live through that and vicariously live that life and go through them, because so many people talk about it. They do all these comparison that kids try to walk that same. It's never going to be that. There's only one of him.
But I do hear that he, and that's my man. But you're not the first person that said that they think that he tried to.
It's his dad, because so many people put Big French on. Like you just had to have known him. You understand what I'm saying? And they put that man so far up there that he's trying to live that. Am I making sense to you?
I understand.
Speaking of that, do you feel like any of your kids viewed you in that way growing up? Do they try to live like try to fill your shoes? I know you're the mom, not the dad, but do you feel like your reputation, No.
No.
You got this way of looking, right?
I hid things from my kids.
Got you.
Like I did expose my children to a lot of stuff.
But you don't think they heard about
Oh,
you?
they know.
They know.
They know about their damn father.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, the last two dads was like really kind of notorious. So it's like they knew about their dad.
You got this way of looking at people that's very, very respect demanding and it could be intimidating if somebody's.
Why?
Just saying, you have a look, a stare, a glare when you look at. It's serious. It's nice to see you smile, and when you smiled when you talked about the guy that put you in school, which was Red, and then you talked about Big Frenchie. You smiled with him. He was like, hold on.
That's my nigga.
He was official. He was official. Like, couldn't be official like what? Official like I heard about him. They said they told about him in records. He was that official like that.
It's nothing to play with.
But
But see, when you get to know these people on another side,
yeah, that's what I want to know.
That's the thing that's so great.
Was he nice? A nice person?
Yeah, I mean, I ain't got no damn beef with him. Like, we didn't have no beef. So I don't see him the way somebody else would see him that have a beef.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
There's a lot. It's funny, like, when people talk about Suge Knight, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a fucking teddy bear to me. Like, I don't see him how people see him. I remember the first time I was yelling at him, and they was like, "Oh my God, you are fucking crazy." I'm like, "What?" I love him. He's a big, mushy teddy bear. I don't see him how people talk about him.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's people that people talk about, I don't see them like that. Like, they not,
Let's fast.
And then there's some people that people are scared of, and I'll be looking at them like they crazy. Like, what are you scared of them for? Like,
let's move forward. When did you get in the industry? Oh, the music. Like, how did you get involved with the music?
I always was around the music industry. I grew up. Like, I grew up with that stuff. Coming from over there, But from that side, it was like DMC and them.
Right.
LL. Like, all of them was around. Curtis Blow. Like, for other reasons. There's so many effing people that was around during that time. But the streets, from there, you always was in it, because whether you had customers, whether you had however it was, it's been a way of life, period. But they weren't the relevant ones. The street people were relevant.
Right.
The street people were who the artists are today. Like, that's who everybody wants to get with.
They got their swag from the streets.
Yeah. They got validated from the streets.
So when did you start managing? What was your
Can I
first?
keep it 100 with you?
Sure.
I really never managed. People said that. And although today we just did filming with the first girl I ever signed, Tiffany. It was this one girl. She was my Kelly Price, because y'all love Kelly Price so much.
Kelly Price was
And
dope.
we was together all the time. Then with Kelly and Jeff, her husband. And that's when Kelly was singing backup for Mariah. And we would be in Soul Convention over there with Corey. And Bimmy was, I didn't even speak to them for a while, how they flipped on Kelly. I ain't like that shit. But anyway, we was over there just doing shit. But when I seen Tiffany's really the person that took me out the streets a little something. She took me out, for real, for real.
What did Tiffany do?
I just wanted to put her in the game. And I wanted to focus on doing that. But it was so cutthroat a little bit, especially for women.
Right.
After I, she fell in love and was with the guy and didn't want to do the stuff no more, I was so pissed off. I was like, F it, I didn't want to do nothing. I just would just run around in different times, do shit with Corey or whoever or whatever.
What's called Corey Rooney?
And be over there Soul Convention, just doing whatever, or up at Sony. But I don't really know, because you have to understand that I've been doing stuff since I was younger. I was acting. I already was doing entertainment stuff.
Right.
But when I was younger and I was sent to Boston Paul Kennedy, which was my uncle at that time, he's married to my aunt. He was Gladys Knight and the Pips manager and choreographer. He was both. You know what I'm
So
saying?
you've been.
I
already...
was 14 years old at her house because I used to run away. My mom sent me to Boston, and when I came home, I was in Sparfield. And I came home, and shit was just like really crazy. And then my aunt was like, "I'm gonna take her with me." And went to Dorchester. That's how I met Bobby and them, Bobby Brown and them, before he even became that person. So from a kid, this shit has been a way of life.
Right.
Frida Payne is related to us, so we've always been around some of this shit.
But I'm confused. Let me slow down real quick. And the confusion part comes in when you say that. Do me a favor. Turn on all those lights. Just put them up because they had them down. There we go. The confusion part comes in when you say that you weren't a manager. You wasn't managing. So what were you doing? You was friendly extorting somebody?
Stupid.
Sorry, Andre.
Let me tell you why I don't like that word.
Okay.
Because to tell me I'm extorting somebody, to tell me I'm bullying somebody, and I fucking hate bullies.
Okay.
So I don't even want to play that kind of game.
Right,
the
so
extortion game.
So what?
I'm gonna extort your ass in a second, but go ahead.
If you wasn't a manager, so what were you doing?
People name that. I don't do titles.
Okay.
Okay, that's what people said.
Respect.
When I did the stuff that I did, I didn't go in being a person's manager.
You was a friend.
I wasn't a friend. I went in to help. I just went in to help. Each one of them were hit and was going through something, and I went in to help.
Oh, that's dope.
That's what it was. Remember I told you I love being a parent.
You did say that, yes.
Okay, so when I left from New York, decided to go to Georgia, and the reason why I came out of the music, because I told you with Kelly Price, I didn't like what happened to Kelly. I didn't like what Bimmy and Corey did with Kelly. It just made me so fucking mad. I don't want to go through all that. It's kind of like irrelevant, but it was like a whole bunch of shit she was going through at that time, and I was so pissed off about it, and mainly because I'm pro-woman also. I've always been that way. But I don't like when people are able to do something to an underdog. Right. I love the underdogs. I like fucking with the people you won't mess with. You're never gonna see me over there in the crowd of a whole bunch of people and everybody's down with that side. I'm over there with the underdogs. So I didn't want nothing to do. When I moved to Georgia, I didn't want nothing to do with the music industry. Nothing at all.
You was doing social work, right? I think it was like that.
Yeah. I worked for the Bureau of Child Welfare here. And when I left and I went there, and I got the job in Fulton County. But then I teamed up with Ludacris. But he wasn't Ludacris. He was Chris Lover at that time. And he was on the radio. And Princess Ivory, you know who Princess Ivory is? You know who she is? Okay, well, Princess Ivory was down there, which is Red's niece, which is my son Kale's father. That's his niece. And she was at 107.9. And that's how I hooked up with Radio 1. So she took me in, and they would do all kind of things for children. So what they was doing is artists that were just starting out, they would test them with the children that were in custody. And they would bring them there, and that's how they would do that. Well, that's what started setting me off right there, because I knew so many freaking people. Whatever, when I got down there, I started bringing it into that shelter to them children. And that's what took that off. And when Ludacris, before he got to where he was, I remember me and him was sitting on the stage, and this boy was telling him like how he was raped and everything. Chris was like so effed up. And him and Poon used to come, no matter when I called them, they would come to do things for the kids. But I remember me and him was sitting on the stage, and he looked at me, and he said, Ms. A. That's how Ms. A came about, too, from Ludacris and David Banner. They couldn't say Antney. They called me Miss A. It was so country the way they said it. Right. That's why I named my company Ms. A. I did it after the way they used to call me. But he said, when I make it, I'm coming back, and I'm going to give you the first bit of money where you could go buy these kids, whatever it is that they need, which was a television. Because kids was getting locked up for fighting because there was no TV. It was just like one TV, and every kid had to watch the same thing. And he didn't lie. He kept his word.
Wow.
So when he first got signed, he gave me the first $10,000. Ludacris did. I will forever love. Like, when I tell you that man is so 100, and the shit that he's done and the give backs far before people ever knew that he was giving back, because he never wanted media followed him doing it.
That's real.
So I used to work with the Ludacris Foundation, and until Gucci came along. And when somebody over there came and told me what was going on with him, we need help, and da-da-da, that's how that stuff came about. So people just started calling me a manager because, he came about, OJ, Nicki, my son, French Montana, Lex Luger, Southside, from all the producers, that everybody just started coming in. But what was happening that these was all kids.
Right.
After with Gucci, then Walker knew everybody. Walker was bringing everybody home. And these kids were, some of them was displaced. They were getting in trouble. They was doing whatever. I knew to keep his ass out of trouble, I had to do stuff for everybody. So then people just started calling it whatever it was.
So you're basically a industry mom. You've been a mother to everyone.
But people just started. Oh, she was a manager. Oh, she's fired. Oh, she's this.
Right.
Ain't nobody ever fired me. So I don't know where people get that shit from. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that people be saying is bullshit. I don't need to clap back at nothing because I really don't give a damn what you say. You understand what I'm saying?
Only person I heard them say that supposedly had fired you was Nicki. Really?
Nicki never fired me.
Well, that's what
Yeah.
people were saying.
I
But
mean,
that's the only thing I heard.
People, you always have a whole bunch of people that run their mouth and say a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
At that time, for me, having 4 artists that was popping the way they was, if you want to go to, I was a woman. And they didn't like the connections I had in the streets.
Right, of course.
We were moving hard.
Of course.
We was moving super hard. They didn't like that. And they couldn't control me because I wouldn't do what they wanted me to do. I did what was right by them.
Speaking of that's how the whole thing went with Gucci, right? As far as you connecting with him, people said you shouldn't help him out, stuff like that.
A lot of people told me I shouldn't have. Like, don't touch me. People tell me if you ever deal with him, we'll never fuck with you in life. And my niece looked at me and she said, Aunt Deb, I ain't never heard nobody tell you something like that. You gonna listen. She said, help him. And I looked at her, I said, you think I should? And she said, Aunt Deb, help him. And that's all she wrote. And it was all because somebody told me what I couldn't do and not to do it. I didn't care about if they would ever deal with me again.
Right.
You can't give me those kind of ultimatums that you would never deal with me if I did this.
At the time, you knew who Gucci was. Obviously, you knew his resume. You knew his. He
didn't have a resume. Only thing that was always that record so icy, and him and Jeezy was beefing.
So you went off of that, and the fact that you said your sister. I'm sorry,
my niece.
Your niece told you to.
It had nothing to do with that record. I didn't give a damn about that. I didn't know nothing about all that shit.
So more so because your niece told you to.
She told me to do it because how. I mean, when I tell you that, the funny thing is that most of the people that was telling me is under his ass right now. And that's the thing that's so funny to me.
That's crazy.
Those are all the people. The people that said don't deal with Nicki were all the peoples that ran up underneath them. So each one of them, except French, is the shit that happened. They talked about them so bad. You know what I'm saying? Those were the main people. But they were also the people that would get people to spread rumors.
Right.
You know, they would get them to just spread out rumors to say something.
Now, Waka, like, when did you see that he
I never did.
Never did.
I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I didn't see my son coming. Waka is a comedian. Like, Waka was supposed to be a ball player.
Yeah, he told.
I never was looking at Waka for no damn rapping.
Right.
He didn't want to do it. He jumped in it because I was in trouble. Gucci was in jail. I was blowing Gucci up while he was in jail, not on the streets, while he was locked up. We was making him bigger each time while he was locked up.
Wow.
And doing that stuff. So Waka had no choice but to jump in and help me. We was in trouble. And Juice by this time now, Juice got shot. So it was like, we were messed up. The camp was like coming down. And he came in.
So
let him come in, because you know what? You got to let him come swing in to say his little shit. So you got to let him in.
I mean, because he know more about, I ain't going to fake the jacks. I don't fake up here. He knows more about industries and this and that. And no, it's cute. I don't have to fake the jack. I'm not. My thing is, I knew Nicki as well. I was I'm kind of confused of, I'm probably not going to get into details, but I'm going to ask anyway. Why would people tell you not to deal with her? Didn't you come around her in the beginning stages when she was Nicki Minaj? So I can't see her affecting anybody at the stage because, but at the time, I mean, I don't know.
Well, it was a lot of people that hated on Nicki. New York hated on her, period.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a lot of people trying to get her, not to get her to have her as an artist. You understand?
No, I know you're talking
But they was coming at her.
Yeah.
A lot of threats was coming here. Like, I would never let her come to New York alone. There was so many threats and so much stuff going on with her. It was pathetic.
They were just hating. But on Deb, she sees the good in everybody.
I love Nikki from not the first time I met her. The first time I met her was in Baltimore, and Wayne and them was late for their show, and they asked us to stay. And I remember we was walking, and I think Gucci said to me, "That's that girl Nikki," or something. He said, and I was like, "I don't give a fuck who that is. Come on." And he's like, "No, I want you to meet her," but I didn't meet her. I just like, "Hey," and I just kept going. And then Fendi, he had booked Gucci down in North Carolina, and everybody knew I wanted a girl. I kept saying, "I want a girl, I want a girl, I want a girl."
Right.
And Fendi kept trying to tell me about Nikki, and first I didn't listen to him. He said, all right. I just take this with you when you leave. And he gave me the CD. And as I was going down the road, I was like, "Yo, who is this? Where'd she come from?" He was like, "Yo, she from Queens, she from Southside." He was saying that.
That's it. After
And
that,
that was it.
So
I said, "Oh, I gotta have her." And that was it. But then we didn't go through anything, and I don't know what happened with Nikki and Fendi. So I don't remember exactly what went on. And her cousin happened to be one of my security at that time, and he was telling us like, "Yo," he said, "my cousin's on the phone, and Nikki was stuck in North Carolina, and Fendi wouldn't give them the money, so they was down there." And then I got on the phone and I talked to her and I told her I sent for her to come, and I sent for her to come to Georgia. They'll tell you the story that Gucci sent for her, but that wasn't real. He was pissed. He didn't even want me to be near her.
wow.
So
Gucci didn't want you to be near her? Why?
he couldn't fuck her. You had to go through Gucci to come through anything. And Nikki was not fucking with him at all. She didn't even care for him. She thought he was crazy.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
So he
He
could.
was mad as hell. He was so mad. But Nikki was not paying him a bit of fucking attention. Nikki was so ill how she was, period. She was so focused. She wanted this shit so bad. And I remember I was telling her right on Hudson Bridge, and I said to her, I said, "Listen, if you want me to help you, you got to come to Georgia because I'm not coming to New York. But you got to come here because I'm not coming up there. And I don't know if I could do anything for you from up there, from down here to up there."
Real quick, what was your reason for leaving New York though when you left? Is
My
there a certain
son's
reason?
father was killed. I couldn't stay here.
Gotcha.
It's so much behind me.
Right.
You'd have to know who I am and all the things that could have happened. I needed to go. My kids only had me.
Gotcha.
So for me to start wanting to do dumb shit, you understand what I'm saying?
I get you, 100%.
It just didn't. I need to go. It's like it wasn't big enough for all of us.
You was living on farmers at the time, yes?
But
Were you living on farmers at the time? No, I got my information.
I wasn't living on farmers.
Got my information wrong. Pardon me. Pardon me. I got my information wrong.
Yeah, I wasn't living on farmers at the time when I left.
But you lived on farmers before. Yeah.
I
So
come from farmers.
yeah.
In
I'm just trying to.
104th Avenue.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
I don't want no problem. I'm just talking to you. So fast forward. You and Gucci, the things that while he's in jail, and then Waka comes and he starts to.
People kept pressing him to rap, and kept sending him stuff. And he kept bringing in records. The first time he bought a record, it was Dreads and Gold, I'm from down south. I was like, what the hell is this shit, nigga? You ain't from no damn down south. Damn Dreads and Gold. This ain't no damn record. But when he came in that door with, "Oh, let's do it," I raised up in my bed. I said, holy shit, we got a record. And I went to get it. He snatched the record out the DVD player and shot out the CD player. And he shot out my room. He went out the door and he started running down the block. I said, "Get your ass back down here." He said, "Oh, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not no rapper." He just kept going and stuff like that. I said, "Nigga, we got a record." And he was looking at me like I was crazy. He wouldn't give it to me, because Waka, you got to know him. Like, he's a fucking comedian. Like, I can't explain this boy. He's crazy ass. But a rapper is not what I seen him doing. My other son, Wu, was rapping. But Wu kind of like didn't fit down south because Wu is straight New York. He's like he's New York, period. and he's the storyteller. But
What was it like for you, managing, or for lack of a better word, with Waka? You being his mom, and like that whole relationship. Was it
think
hard
that
trying to
it was
balance
hard.
the two?
Yeah, it really was because I was bucking, which didn't make him look good, like his mama in
Yeah.
there fighting and going through this. But the feelings kept. But I fought for all of them.
Right.
It was just different for him because he was my son. So the
He had it
same shit I
harder.
did for Gooch and Nick and or everybody else, it didn't seem right for him.
You think he got it harder? You was more critical with him. You was more crucial with him.
Yeah, I didn't do the attention to him that I did with the rest of them, which is not good because I didn't do it because he's my son.
Right.
So I felt that because you're my child, you should know this shit already. That's not right. That's not right. But that's what my head was.
At the time. So you got these artists, and because we heard earlier you're not throwing anybody under the bus.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
So go ahead and say what you want to say. Ask me what you want to ask me.
I'm just saying. I don't know what to ask you.
Ask me what you want to ask me.
No, don't pressure me to speak, Auntie. Do not pressure me to speak.
Oh, you think I'm pressuring you?
Yeah, but
Because I said ask me what
you're
you want to ask
consistent with the ask me what you want to ask me.
Because you said, because of the comment that you made before that, it might not be a bus. I might throw him under a car. Or I might throw him onto the train. How about that? So ask me the question.
No. I'm just saying. Who was the first artist that you started to depart from? Like because I know you had the best artists. Like at one time you had all the hot artists.
With let's see, Nicki kind of like was the first to go. Gucci he wanted to hold his own weight. He wanted people to respect him because Gucci was so wild. So people didn't really look at him and wanted to really get themselves in there with him, and they were scared. You know what I'm saying? But I was the one that had all the control, and he wanted to be his own man. Am I making sense to you?
You are.
Okay. So the agreement was if you go into rehab and do what you have to do, you'll come off of So Icy and go on to 1017. When you go on to 1017, his president will be his first artist, will be Walker. And he went to rehab. And the rest is him. All right, what else? What else you want me to say?
French Montana. Don't roll your eyes, please.
You know, the crazy thing about him is I always knew he was going to cross me. What the hell are you doing that for, Queens? Did I just flip a note for you?
You flip the script. You all right, man? You want to go to the corner for a second?
Nah. I'm gonna get at it.
Go ahead.
You always knew he was gonna cross you. So it was just a matter of time. So him crossing you didn't affect you really.
No. I wasn't affected by him. I really never attached myself to him solely. I helped him. That's how he got on, because he was another one that couldn't go nowhere. He couldn't do shit here. And that, what's the name of that shit again?
Ocho Cinco?
No. What's the record I put on MTV? That no radio station, Chopper Down. I redid Chopper Down. I redid the whole thing and did the video. We had the first Obama lookalike.
I remember that.
MTV did. I called the MTV. As soon as I called, I didn't hang up the phone good, and they said, Deb, we're going to put it through. They fucked with me, and it happened. French was dead in the water. Dead in the water. Yeah. And the only thing with him, like keeping it real, that made me angry, and I'm really not going to go into a lot of stuff, but he's the only person I clapped at. He's the only one I came at. He's the one I sued. He did. And the only reason why I did that, he got on Hot 97, and he said I stole. And that right there was it. And even when he tried to take it back on auntie, you know I was playing, no, fuck you. Because you know people were saying shit like that about me. You know that they did a rumor and they did all of this stuff. And you went on Hot 97 and you said that shit about me. You fucking violated. Period. That was it. Game was over. So that's what pissed me off with him. Because even though I knew who he was, I used to laugh and tell him all the time. I told him this. I told him. I knew who he was. I knew what he was. He followed me every fucking way I went. Even to now, he said I forged everything on him. Well, put criminal charges on me then, if I forged you. But you better know, from day one, the first person I ever touched, I got boxes of paper. I'm waiting. I got so much shit, everything, down to buying you an ice cream sandwich is on paper. I have every drop of everything with every one of them people I dealt with, from producers to artists, everything. There's ledgers of everything. I never got rid of it. I have tons. I have a whole storage room full of boxes, of files, of everything. And I never touched it because I said one day, because you're a hoarder, Dad. Why are you hoarding all this stuff? But I said, I'm never going to leave this shit because of all the shit that people had to say. There's a lot of shit in them boxes.
But wait, he was under contract.
I'm so pissed off. Like, you really, like, all jokes aside, even speaking about him, and I'm gonna just shut my mouth because I'm not with that kind of shit. Like, I really don't like doing that. But I'm so fucking pissed off because he know what time it is. He really know all the shit that I did for him. He know everything I went through for him. And for you to sit there and fucking, nigga, I don't give a fuck what you make it. I told every one of them, I don't care about this music shit. My shit real. If I fuck with you, I'll fuck with you, and that's just real. I don't care about this music shit. I'm always gonna make money. I've been getting money since I was fucking 9 years old. So this little bit of bullshit that people be doing and thinking that you gotta have them because of that, I'm not fighting nobody. People, oh, you need to go. I could have went after everybody. Right. I have enough shit to go. Don't matter about contracts. I have enough shit that solidified me to be able to walk in a courtroom with you. Him, he had to sign a paper with me. And the producers. But everybody else, I did shit on a fucking handshake. But I did shit on a handshake, but I still had the grounds to go in if that's what I want to do. But that's not who I am. If you don't feel I deserve nothing and you don't feel it, then let's go. I'm never going to get mad over no fucking money. My pain and my hurt comes from the individual. Because if I grow to love you and I go through all that stuff with you, then that's just real. The rest of the bullshit ain't nothing. I'm going to always make money. You can always make $1, but you can't replace the people.
That's real.
And that's what it was for me. That the love that I had for them was something different. Right. But for him, he violated. He violated.
Have you seen him since then?
I've seen him. So I've seen him down in the arenas. Oh, that auntie.
After the case is over and everything, you've seen him, right? And he acknowledged you and show you love.
He acknowledged me. It's not like I don't even acknowledge him. I don't acknowledge the shit that you say. Because for all of them that talk, the shit always come back. They all think that, you have to really kind of understand that a motherfucker ain't gonna be but so cool with you. Okay? Because for everybody, each one of them, it was a lot of people out there that knew the shit that I was going up against. They know what I did for them. There's real people out there that know real stories. It ain't for me to come out and tell shit because it was my job with half of the shit that I did and the people I got into it with and all those things is what I was supposed to do. Right. And I'm not angry with them. The hardest one for me was my breakup with Nikki. Like, I associated that with death. I loved that girl so much, it was pathetic. Like, I put everything around her. You understand what I'm saying? But right. I've fallen out, and it wasn't her firing me. That didn't happen. You understand what I'm saying? That's the pain that I had. That once you build a person and get them to where they have to go, and I always told them, I said, let me explain something to you. If you don't want to be with me, if you feel that we're not there anymore, then let me know that. Just tell me that, because this will never mean nothing to me. I could do this 15 times over. It's nothing. But you as an individual mean everything to me. And that is real. That's like no bullshit. But when those things didn't happen and people were sneaking and creeping and doing different things, that's what don't sit good with me. at all.
You're a good judge of people's character. What do you think it was then? You know, what do you think? What do you think? Do you think that the situation ran its course? Do you think somebody was in her ear? Like, what do you think?
Oh, with her, I know people was in her ear. Like now, I know a lot of stuff, but it don't even matter with me.
Yeah. Okay.
With that, because with her, I could never hurt her. Even when so many people came at me trying to say so much stuff, like when Cardi came in, I love all women. That's one. I'm not ever going against a woman. Mm-hmm. I don't approve of the bullshit that's going on within us, period, of women.
Right,
I don't like none of that shit.
Of course.
But I don't have no beef with none of that shit. But I'm also not going to let somebody come to me and bring no bullshit about her to me. You can't talk about Nikki to me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that could never happen. Never.
So if I tell you I didn't like her, you have a problem with me?
I'm going to tell you, fuck you.
Me?
Point blank, period. What part of what I said don't you understand?
But I know.
But that's your personal problem. If you don't like her, then you just keep that shit to yourself.
But why I can't be honest with you? You have an honest relationship.
You can be as honest as you want to be, but you don't have to tell me that.
Why not?
Keep a shit, because I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you if you liked her, if you didn't like her. If you did or didn't.
Don't do that. Don't hype it. I'm just saying, if I told you I didn't like it, because I love you.
What part of that? So what?
So you gonna say fuck me?
Okay, just because you telling me you love me and you dislike her, what am I supposed to do? Say, oh, okay, Queens, flip back to this shit. Okay, you can't tell me that. I'm never gonna let nobody talk about her.
Respect.
I don't give a damn who it is. What she can sit there right now and talk about me like a fucking dog. You ain't never gonna get me to flip on her. I'm not gonna flip on her. I'm not gonna flip on Gooch. I'm not gonna flip on Juice. I'm not gonna flip on none of them I had. None of them.
What do you love about her so much? What bond did y'all build that just allegiance to her, that you know, it's like a pedestal you put on to me, in my opinion. Maybe.
That's cool. That's my pedestal, though.
And I respect. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's my pedestal.
I'm not
because she was a pure definition. Don't do that shit. Sit your ass up. Like at the end of the day, she was about. I've never ever met a female that was so much about that shit like she was. Yeah, she set that bar so high for me, it's pathetic. To any woman.
That's true.
And that shit's just real. I don't give a fuck what people say about her. They talk about Jesus Christ on the cross, so what? But she is who she is. And everything she said, I was just telling somebody today, remember we were setting up our companies, and I can remember the numbers that was in her companies and when she gave her mother. And I was like, Nikki, are you serious? She said, Deb, do you know how much money I'm going to make? She knew everything that was going to go on with her already. She called out every freaking thing there was. She knew what she wanted to do. People could say whatever it is that they want to say. I know what she went through. From her pains to everything else of getting there. And people were not nice to her at all. They were not. That's what a baby like she is. People were not nice. All these fake-ass people come back in her face, and you tried to shut her down each time. Look at the first time they tried to flip. Why would they put her and Cardi B up against each other? Why? They're two different people.
Right.
They're both in their own lanes. They're in their own. They're not the same people at all. Why? Why be combative with them two? Why? Why do they allow this shit to happen to shut us down as women from being able to fucking come through? Nicki's animated. Cardi B is relatable, if I'm making sense to you.
Of course.
She's very relatable. They're not the same people. They're two different rappers. They're not calling, who am I going to put there? I hate to compare, man, because next thing you know, they'll be saying I'm creating a beef with them or something. But I don't see them comparing two males together, coming in and making them fight each other and go through this type of shit. Why do that? Why knock us down? Why set us backwards?
So what do you think could make them two do a record together or come together and kind of, you know, I think they do a song together, it'll shut the whole
Let me explain
industry
something
down.
to you, okay? It's them teams. It's them teams. And it's the guidance. Nikki should already be there. I was pissed off when I seen them.
Right.
That pissed me off because she should have never went there. You didn't have to go there.
I agree.
You understand what I'm saying? And you know, Cardi's coming in, and Cardi's young. You know what I'm saying? And you have all these people in her ear and stuff that's being said. And, you know, when done, it would take money to go to war. It just takes money to go to war. It's just not worth it. You know, in my time, I could go at a concert and look at Queen Latifah and MC Lyte. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could look at all these girls, and you know something, a lot of them didn't get along. But I could see all of these people. I had a whole bunch of women that I could look up to.
Right.
They don't have that now. This shit that's going on now is crazy. But I blame the teams. Even though the artists, yeah, okay, somebody's going to go, what the hell you mean a team? They're going to do what they want to do or whatever. But they're still being trained. They need to come in and do a record together.
I think that'd be...
And tear this shit up.
That would shake the whole everything.
Me personally, I would love to see that. I would love to see a record with all the women join on.
Right.
I would love to see that. I would love to see Kim on the record. Let me explain something to you. I salute Remy so hard. I love Remy so hard right now because and that hurt me for even with Remy and Nicki at that time because I knew how much Nicki loved Remy. And I didn't get that. I didn't get that. That one threw me off guard. You understand what I'm saying when that happened?
Right.
But Trina, all of them, Eve, I would love to see all the women on one record come together and do something together.
I think you could set it up.
Would they ever let that shit happen?
I think you have the gift of gab to set it up. I think you have the power.
I would just love to see all these women come together, magically just come together and do something. Like,
that's because you're pro-woman, though.
Yeah.
And, you know, in reality, it may not happen. Egos.
You're a hater. You're a hater.
I'm not a hater. I'm not a spit.
Don't spoil my dream.
Your dream.
I think we're getting close.
My dream.
I think we're getting close. Because before it used to be one female at a time, like for real. It would be like
now you
Eve
get
is
multiple
out.
women.
It's a couple out now at a time. They doing their thing. It's not a lot.
You know,
I just wish that they stop selling sex. That's it. I just wish that they really do their entertainment, that they really do entertainment.
How long you felt that way, Auntie?
I've always felt that way.
That they should stop selling sex. You know sex sells, though. You know the business well, yes?
Why y'all ain't selling sex?
We can't sell
y'all
sex.
Y'all can look like goddamn Cyclops Twitter come in. Ain't nobody telling y'all what to look
Auntie,
like.
slow down. Don't come at me like that.
Ain't nobody telling y'all what to look like.
Cyclops are crazy. Don't talk about
my point exactly. There's a whole lot of them looking crazy.
So, but you want all the women to come together, and we know that.
I do. They don't have to be best friends.
To do a record. Yeah, I understand.
They don't have to be best friends. Change the fucking narrative. Change it.
Respect. Pride and ego is a hell of a thing, though. We acknowledge that, yes?
Money rules it all, though.
That's real.
So, ain't no time to be going through all that bullshit.
When Waka and Gucci was going through their situation, did you try to make them all...
This stuff, let me just say this. With Waka and Gucci, that shit is bigger than this fucking industry. Respect. It wasn't about the fucking music. It's just people, everybody put all their 2 cents and all this stuff in.
Respect.
I know my son loves him, and I know he loves my son. I know that. Regardless of whatever all the rest of the bullshit is, because their relationship was bigger than this music. Gucci came in like a part of us. Like, people to this day don't know that we're really not related.
So you just stay out of that because it's bigger than... You stay out of it.
I don't have a reason to get in it.
Did you always... Let me ask you a question. We spoke about him earlier, because, you know... did you have faith in Frenchie, in him doing music?
When he was doing it?
Yeah, because...
At first, yeah.
Because when we were younger, he was nice.
Yeah.
He was one of the nicest in Queens.
Frenchie could sing. He could rap.
He was nice.
He could do all that. But, you know, Frenchie still fights his own demons.
That's what Bim says. So
he fights his own demons, and he's very talented. Frenchie's very talented.
He is.
I just wish that he learns who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has to learn who he is. Period.
That's a good, just want to know if you have faith in your family members. Listen.
I have faith in my son, too. Like, I don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I just didn't look at my son as being a rapper. I didn't think that he was going that way. My kids, I really wanted them to roll with me. Like, I want them to do business. That world there is not a cool world to me. You know what I'm saying?
The music industry.
It just takes too much. It takes too much of a person. You have to be too many people and do too many things to even stay right there. There's a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's a hot record. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
No Hands was a nice record. Why you just giving you a compliment, your son, you got a talented
But I didn't know what all that, I didn't know what that shit was. I didn't know what you were saying. Shit.
Auntie,
Why you keep trying to come for me?
I'm not coming for you. I'm just saying, I'm looking for a manager.
Oh, well.
She don't manage.
I'm looking for a manager.
What kind of career you have?
You would have to do the research yourself.
I'm not doing shit if you coming to me. I'm not doing nothing.
So let me. So you want me to come with you with my resume? That's
First off, you only need a manager if you have a career. If you ain't got no damn career, you don't need no damn manager.
Oh, I mean that's why you got to be aware of what's going on.
Who?
You, Queen?
Me or you?
I'm aware who you are. That's why I came to you. I never had a manager. I give people a hard time, but I feel that you, and I can say this publicly, I would listen to.
You wouldn't have no damn tricks. I'll be the one upside your damn head. Cause see, I already know what time it is.
I'm just saying, I feel like I would listen to. I feel like you can come into another lane. Podcast is headed for #1. People are reaching out for tours and want me to do all this stuff, and I'm a very.
Why do they want you though?
I don't know. I'm a very.
No, tell me, why do they want you?
I don't know. You have to see.
So if you be stubborn, that's your money, boo.
I know.
Oh, okay.
But let me explain. Allow me, because you said you want to get to know me earlier.
Not really, but go ahead.
I have a tendency of I always think, because I built all this, he's my closest friend. He's the one that's, a lot of people left me because of my character or whatever, but
I wonder why.
I built this from the mud, and when people come in with their 2 cents, I tend to push them away because I don't I don't want anybody to change me in my character. In social media, I made a pretty successful movement of what I do on social media, and I started to have a career and build a big fan base. But people always come to me like, "Your Queen flip this and that," and I'm always turning them down. But talking to you, think you're good. Actually, Bimmy gave me the idea. Let me stop lying, because he's gonna kill me. He told me when he came and he saw things, he would call me every day, like, "Yo, I'll hook you up with Deb." That's what he said. And I said, "Nah, I don't know, Deb. I heard she's a tough one." I did. And I don't want her to be trying to attack me and none of that and beat me up. And he started to laugh. But he said no. Because shout out to Steve Rifkins, a lot of people reached out to me to do something joint. But he was like, I don't want you to jump out the window. No, he said I could do what I want, but he was just giving me advice. That's why I love him so much. Just saying that. So for me to tell you what I do or what I've done.
So can I ask you this question?
Sure.
So you did all this by yourself?
What do you mean all this? Explain.
Like you did it all by yourself?
What part?
I'm asking you. Check me. Straighten me out.
What part, though? It's a couple of things I did by myself. It's a couple of things, yeah. I can say that I did by myself. There's a couple of things I can say. I mean, G Money came to me and said, "Yo, we should do a podcast." And I told him no, because I was popping on social media. I had a lot of views. I just got off Tosh.0, the TV show. And they were playing my clips a lot on TV. And they were emulating my clips all over. So I felt like, no, I don't want to do a podcast. I want to stick to social media. G Money came to me, convinced me. We did a podcast. We got kicked out of the engine room because we had a girl give oral sex the first day inside the engine room. They said that and I told them, Tax Tone is here, all these people is here. How can I stand out? How can I stand out with these people? So I had a girl give oral sex to a guy off the street. They kicked me. They kicked me out the first day.
Hey.
Then I used my social media following, the podcast, the ideas, along with G Money. I always had a vision to come to the city, yes? Mm-hmm. Everybody wanted to convince me to stay in Brooklyn. I said the NBA players, like Iman, who's my daughter's godfather, and people, they don't want to come to Brooklyn. Let me go to the city. I work hard, find my way to the city. Build connections. Still doing this, still doing that. Based off of my social media, my pranks, I was able to get them on the podcast. And, I messed up a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? One of my partners left. Viceland, you know, they wanted a show with me because I was in the street. They wanted me to talk on the mic. But I asked a question in front of the vice president about having a unisex bathroom on the mic in front of people. And they were shocked. Because I never knew. I went to go take a piss and a girl came in the bathroom to use it with me. So I thought that was a dangerous thing. Y'all could get me in trouble. But I said it on the mic during the filming. And even though people laughed, somebody got offended at Viceland. So that opportunity got messed up. A lot of opportunities, but you know, it don't stress me. I stay focused and look, you know.
But that's not messed up. It wasn't meant to happen.
It was, but yeah, it wasn't meant to happen.
It wasn't meant. Don't look at something like it's messed up. It wasn't meant to happen.
But my thing is, it wasn't. I really didn't know what a unisex bathroom was, so I didn't understand why. And I have even apologized and stuff like that, but I didn't really know what a unisex bathroom was. That was my first time in one, and they loved me. I mean, Marsha, the vice president, we need him up here to do a show. That comment. I guess you said it wasn't meant to happen. You know what I mean? Then, you know, of course, Hot 97 and stuff, I took over the radio station and they got a lot of, I played, yeah, you remember that? I played Kenny Rogers, Frank Sinatra for an hour, singing on the radio, and it did great. It's the truth. Yeah, he's laughing. So
I meant double flex one time in the building.
So these are the things that I've done from grinding, and I never had anybody help me. And Bim called me after the episode, after the whole thing, and to take the episode down. I'm like, he introduced me to Sobe, and he talked about you. He said, I'm going to hook you up with Deb. And I said, no. I said, I don't think she would be interested in the podcast world because she's in. He said, no, trust me.
You know I have a radio station, right?
I didn't know that.
It's called B100.
B100. I just read it. Mm-hmm. That's what he said. He said, yo, I'm going to hook you up with Deb. He told me.
And I never, you know I did radio?
You had 100,000 listeners daily or something like that, they said.
But you know why I did it?
Why?
Because of the shit people were saying. So once I found out I had a voice through that radio, all the traffic stopped.
My thing, Auntie, real quick.
Because now I could go there also. I have a voice, and I have a voice all over the world. You only have one section, but I have the world.
Slow down.
So
My
voice was heard.
I got a lot of views, Auntie. Do your research. I got a lot of views.
Who have a lot of views?
Me. Slow down.
So what the hell that mean?
Views is that's what equals money. The algorithm, analytics.
But what does that mean? That you had a lot of views.
That's what gets you the situation. The views, viewership.
Do you know how many people came in to want my station? That's how Hot 97 ended up in Georgia, the morning show. There's never been a morning show like the morning show that I did.
No, I heard. No, I'm not questioning your morning show. I'm just saying I have a lot of views as far as.
You're not the only hog with the big nuts.
Oh shit. Don't do that, G. G, chill out, man. That's corny. You trying to hype your family.
No, that's one more. She's getting close. Not yet. All right, I'll let you live. Yeah.
The thing is this. Listening to you today, how you took people in. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel that you could accept me for me. My main problem with everybody, and I'm gonna be honest, and you know, homie here, he heard, you know, he don't know me, but he heard about me or whatever. He watch. See, the thing is with me is that I don't want nobody to change me. I watch Howard Stern come up, Star.
But you can't change
Star
because who you are is what got you where you are.
Exactly, but they try to comb it.
Let me tell you something, and I'm not saying this because I want to deal with you. Let's make no mistakes about it.
You don't want to deal with me?
I'm talking. Stay in your place. First rule you need to learn. You gotta learn some respect. You speak when you're spoken to. After I finish, then you speak. Now I forgot what I was going to say. I forgot what we were even talking about now. Because you just effed up everything.
That's rude.
But you've been doing that the whole night.
No, I haven't. I've been making you fall in love with me.
What?
Yes, not like that.
You
not like
can't
that.
say shit like that.
It's family. No. Listen, not like that. See, what's wrong with you? Family. Fall in love with who I am. Part of me. The character. I can see. That's what I've been doing. Not in, please. Okay, like I said, I've been looking at people since a kid. Howard Stern, Star and Buck Wild. These are my mentor. Well, not Howard, Star and Buck Wild. And I watched Star turn Hot 97 around. I watched Star go to one. Why must I be, Queen Phil, I think you should do it like this. No, I want to be myself.
Who told you to do it another way?
I mean, it's just people that come in, when they want to do shows. And
you have to understand that most people that come in, it's their own shit so that they could say that they did this. So now they take you away and have you do something new that they suggested. Then that means they built the whole thing.
See?
So
Look at that.
I don't even understand why somebody would change something. You know what I'm saying? Try to repair something that ain't broken.
I love you.
So what's the purpose of them coming to you? They came to you because you're this sick, deranged ass person. Like, why would they want to change that? Because what attracted you to? That's what you should ask them. What attracted you to me for you to want to come to see me?
I'm asking you now.
I don't want to come see you. Don't even. I came because Big D told me. Oh, you got to go to
Who
Queen's
Big D?
Flip. No, no. Yeah, it's the boogeyman. But because Big D told me, Dab, you got to go there. You got to go
Shout
to
out to Big
Queen's
D.
Flip.
Shout out to Big D. I think I met him. Listen,
Everybody knows Big D.
listen, this is my thing. We had to agree. Tomatoes. Your brother was pushing. He wants to introduce. He said, "I'm introducing you to Deb. I'm gonna bring you to Deb." Big D told you to come to flip the script. See. And the only thing about it is that I feel, because of what you said, I could actually say on the record, I feel comfortable. Yeah. I would not make a move without calling you. Take it how you want to. I'm going to call you. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. I call Bimmy. I'm telling you, people, I got to show you emails. They want to do tours and stuff because people gravitate. I'm shocked. They like the shock. I can go on the street and talk to anybody about anything. Took over Hot 97. Ask him how they did. Yelling and playing Frank Sinatra. The GBs.
Do you know that
Is it the GBG?
Red we used to ride down the street
The
listening to
BGs,
Frank
man.
Sinatra.
The BGs.
I was really on the radio.
I love Frank
That wasn't a
Sinatra.
skit, though? That what you was doing wasn't a skit?
What do you mean a skit?
The whole
Oh, no, of
video
course.
playing Frank Sinatra shit.
No, I did that my own, but of course it was. I can't just go in a building
No, I
of
know
360.
that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying when you were up there, literally playing these records, you were doing it as a skit, but I know you were live
I was live. I was doing it myself. Yes.
as a madman.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Auntie. And I just want people to just.
That's
accept
why his
me.
name is
Never
Queen's
watched
Flip.
the clip,
No, I seen him with Bimmy, but
Jumping off tables, breaking tables up, walking in Atlantic, mashing up the place.
Who?
Chinese you, them.
We gotta show us some videos. I mean,
Later,
we get
yeah,
off
later.
camera. You know what I'm saying?
so did you go to television with it?
I did Tosh Bueno. They talked about, I did Tosh Bueno, and they wanted to do TV with me, but they wanted to change me, and I don't pick up the phone. It's a bad thing.
With the censor.
Yeah.
Ridiculousness too, right? Was you on?
I'm on Ridiculousness 13 times, but that's not me on there. That's they play my clips and they pay me for it. But at the same time, it's like TV shows. We want to do this. Like I said,
Because,
the
you
closest
know-
I was Vice. Vice was right there.
Okay, so listen, there's some things that way that you could compromise. But see, the one thing that I was always taught, and I don't mean literally, before you could kick ass, you got to kiss ass. So and then you could take your foot and ram it up somebody's ass when you get to that point, and you call shots the way you want them done. You understand what I'm saying? So it's sort of like you got to crawl before you walk. This world and the television world is two different things. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, lots of people don't understand that. Even doing reality shows, and people be calling me like, yo, I make good TV. But when you look at them on there, it's like, what do you do?
When they wanted me on Love and Hip Hop to do something,
I would have never did that.
No, I didn't do it.
Okay, so that I would have never done.
I didn't do it.
Okay.
I'm just saying, but I couldn't follow anything. You know me and my mom. I'm gonna turn up.
Love and hip hop degrades men.
I'm taking my shirt off. I'm going on the
I'm
counter.
dead serious.
Yeah.
When it degrades black men to me, I don't give a damn who get mad, but I said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that show is about women, not men. So a man would always take the downfall and get hit by the bus.
Wow.
That's not cool.
Okay.
Not for our culture, it's not cool.
I just didn't do it because
But that's not a good
I wanted to turn up. I want to turn up, Auntie.
But
I
why
need-
do you want people to view you like that?
To turn up?
Yeah.
I mean, because if you speak to me on a one-on-one and know my business ethics, you'll know that I'm a businessman.
But why that show?
What, Love and Hip Hop? I wasn't going to do it personally.
Okay. So
Somebody wanted-
I
Auntie,
wasn't even saying that. I'm talking about
Auntie, what's
like
up
a
with you?
pranky show or something like that, like a MTV. Like, those kind of things is good for you. For that kind of shit. Like, MTV is good for that kind of crazy shit.
This is why I need you.
No, you don't need me. But MTV is really kind of like good for that kind of shit. They're good for those
You want a
crazy ass things.
Oh, that's not nice, bro. You serious?
Sit your ass down. Where are you going?
How you going to say I don't need you, huh?
Sit your ass down.
I don't need you. Ask Nikki, ask
But-
anybody, when Queen Flip come in the building, he demands attention, he demands his respect. You know how much times me and Nikki argue?
Who?
Me and Nikki, your homegirl. You love her. I love her too.
Nicki Minaj?
Yes, when she was Mirage. Shout out to my cousin Webb. He introduced us. But I used to argue with her. She said you crazy. And one thing I like
She used to
about
call
her.
me a fucking lunatic.
One thing I like
Dab,
about
you
her.
fucking lunatic.
The one thing I like about her is when I saw her again, she didn't forget. Like Flip, yes, and that was a good feeling. But yeah, I turned up. You gonna see. But yeah, I'm sorry, we done. We almost done.
That's good. You did her radio before? You did Queen's radio?
No, I didn't do Queen Radio. No. You know the podcast just.
Huh?
Yeah, see,
Oh, you don't know how to act? You
I
got
do.
insurance?
Be breaking shit.
What?
Stop it, man. I think if Aunt Deb worked with me, I think
It'll
it'd
work, because y'all both crazy. It'll work.
She's the only person I may listen to.
Just now.
No, but she's the only person I feel like I listen to.
Trust me, it'll fit.
But you can't blow your chances because when this shit here weighs out, then what? You know, poor rat only has one hole. So you could have this as your outlet that you do whatever else you do, and then there you could do a little bit of cleaning stuff, like not as crazy and reckless as this is, but the more the merrier.
Not as animated, because this show has calmed down. This show has calmed down, and that's
Well,
why.
I'm glad if you ain't got people walking outside giving head on the street.
No, that was the first episode.
If
That
I
was-
would have ever known that, I would have never came in this way.
No, not in here. No, this was.
It wasn't here.
3 years ago.
I wouldn't have dealt with you, period.
Why?
Because I don't like shit like that. Anything like, I just don't like,
How is that the woman decided to do that?
she need help, sweetie.
Of course she do, and then we
something's
gave her the
wrong.
help. No, for real. My mother believes in that. People need help, and she's
Did your mother tell you to have her go out there?
No.
And do that? Did your mother like that?
no.
Oh, okay.
My mother's an advocate. She worked for the mayor's office. She's an advocate for women. Mom's demand action. She
Excellent.
does a lot of stuff.
Excellent.
So she doesn't like that. If a woman said I did something to her, my mother is not going to, oh, you're my son. She's going to want to hear the story, and she believes that you should, if he harms you, you should do whatever you have to do, because that's what she believes in. So I understand. She didn't like that, but I'm saying, Auntie, how am I supposed to stand out?
Power to your mother.
Tax Stone is in the building. Charlemagne is in the building. How is this kid from
Charlamagne is
Queens?
crazy.
How is this kid from Queens supposed to stand out with all these podcasters? And I stood out. My objective work. It's not like she gave me fellatio. She didn't give you fellatio. So it's not like I went against, So, say, you should think about it, Auntie. Think about working with me. It'd be your pleasure. I think we could. No.
Oh,
What do you think? What do you think? We good together, right?
I ain't gonna front.
I said, Bimmy put the idea. I said, she not gonna like me, man.
You and that.
Cause every time I see her, she's like, I went to the house.
What house?
I went to the house, your mother's house, when you came down recently. He's like, yo, this is a show I did. This Queens Flip. Oh, hi. She kept the moving. Some lady left crying, some crazy stuff. And just recently when you came down, I said, I heard Aunt Deb talking. Some lady left crying and stuff. Like her whole pen, around the corner. I never forget that. I was like, what the hell? She was crying.
Let me tell you something. I'm not trying to be funny, but no, seriously.
I saw that. See. Cause he wanted to introduce
Dapper.
He told me to come. He wanted to introduce me to her so bad, and she didn't pay attention, bro. My ego could have got in the way. And I told him he called on the phone.
Dapper.
He was on the phone with her. She said, "Who's that again?" I said, "Oh, second time, Uncle Bim. He come to Queens and meet." No, she doesn't want to meet me. She chased some lady out the damn place. I saw it, man. She was screaming.
She be having the power talks with women, empowering women. Be free.
Lady was in the street. I said, "What the? No, come on, let's go." Jamaica them running down the block. What's going on? I swear, bro, I was tight. And I done with one of her nephews, the guy with the braids. He used to go to Van Buren, and he asking me, "Oh, you probably not outside because you don't know who I am." I'm like, "What the?" I said, "Bim, this what you bring me to, bro?"
What the hell happened? I don't know what the happened.
What are your nephews? I met your son that came down with you. I think it's Woo.
Whoa.
Met him. I love him. There was your cousin when his cousin got braids, chunky guy.
About DVD.
DVD. DV fucking
Who's
D.
that? Who's DVD?
You know, come on, Dad.
I don't know everybody's damn nickname.
He's like, yo, you don't know who I am?
Baby.
Oh, Kadon.
Oh, he said his name.
Oh.
Yeah, he like, you don't know who I am? Like, nah, he's talking shit, man. You wasn't outside then. So Bimmy's like, nah, he from Linden the Farmers. He said, if you don't know who I am, he was outside. I'm like this. So yo, man, I said, I know who you are now. So everybody watching me go, he's a nice guy. I'm just saying, like, Ben brought me there to meet Dad because he saw this vision. They didn't want me to come to Queens. Then I see a lady run out. Her whole pants is wet. No disrespect to her. Her pants was wet. I don't know who Mom. I think that's my homegirl Mom's. I ain't gonna lie, homegirl.
Oh shit! Now I know you. I know you.
I think that's her mom. No, we ain't gonna do that. That's her mother.
I know you. Oh shit! Oh, she got on my everlasting nerves.
She walked down the block crying. I was like, nah. I heard that. I said, what the hell? They didn't want me to come today. I said, I ain't come
now
today.
I know who you thought. Oh shit! She was drunk too, right? Was she drunk? She peed on herself.
Oh my God!
I don't think she peed
She
herself.
didn't pee herself.
She sat on the wet.
She sat on the wet thing.
Yeah, something was wet there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you call to the leave? Because I think I heard your voice and aggressive.
Well, she was getting on my nerve. I'm not trying to be funny, but that was stop laughing. She was getting on my nerve. She really was. She was drunk and she just kept being repetitive what she was saying. And then she kept talking about stuff she didn't know she was talking about. And she was getting on my nerve. And I tried to be really nice. I really tried to be nice. I kept saying, could somebody just move her or something? Like to go somewhere else, do whatever. And then she wouldn't. So now I just had to let her have it.
That was your first time meeting her? You knew her?
Yeah, I didn't know her. She tried to act like she knew me. I didn't know her. And I don't like when people assume things, or people think because if you're on TV, they think you're some snotty person, or they think they try to tell you who you are and try to tell you all this shit. And she kept being repetitive. And I don't like when people come to me with gossip. Don't tell me no goddamn shit you read on the fucking social media.
What?
I don't want to hear that. Like, she was telling me all these rumors about different people. She wasn't even talking about me. She was talking about, I know you know this one right here, and they said that this here, and she starts saying all this shit to me. And she's like, oh, but I know that you know all this. Whatever it was, she just kept going. And I was like, yo, somebody get her. She been drinking. And I said, look, I want you to stop talking to me because I don't like people that drink alcohol and let the alcohol take control of them. And you can't control your alcohol. So don't talk to me, sweetie. When you sober up another day, we can have a conversation. But right now, we can't have a conversation. She said, what? What you mean we can't have a conversation? You think it, then she kept touching. That's what it was. She kept putting her hands on me. And I thought I was going to knock fire out her ass. Because now she hit me hard. You know when people be pushing, oh, my hair. My hair just came off. I ain't got my shit connected. But she like, she did that, and that was it.
What did you do?
Nothing.
You did something. Why did she leave crying?
I don't know.
Why did Jamaica go down the block with her?
Was you there, Debra, that day?
But I believe it. Because this shit happened. This happened earlier.
Yo, but how you think I feel? No
What?
disrespect. How you think I feel, Dapper? No, fuck that. How you think I feel, bro? And I get mad at Uncle Bim. You not telling Aunt Deb about me? Nigga, why you keep...
You can't. Not in that mode. It's done.
Why you inviting me to meet her so many times, bro?
It's gonna happen. It's done.
He get mad at me. Yo, you gotta learn how to... Even when I
gotta
was on the
learn
phone
how
with
to
the
do
people,
what?
I gotta learn how to calm down and listen. Gotta learn how to listen.
What? There's nothing else.
No, not to... No, he was just telling
What
me
you
like...
talking about for what?
No.
Basically, he's saying Bimmy was like he should have just probably chilled and still tried to approach you.
No, this lady pissed me off already.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
through.
yeah.
I was through with everybody because she hit me.
Did you hit her back? Gee, chill, G.
Not really.
You choked her?
No.
She walked out. Speed walked. It was like, oh shit. I was in there like, what the? And they got DVD crazy. I like DVD. He crazy. He bogged the fuck out, boy.
They was all back there. They had so much liquor back there.
I like DVD.
When I came, they had so much liquor that they was drinking so much.
But I just want to, I think that even like I said, even yesterday, when you were yesterday you were filming in Queens and he wanted me to come there, and I'm like, yo, Unc, chill, man. Nah, man, you guys, and I really, he kept his word. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Uncle Ben, man. You know, I really love him, man. His daughter, Jamaica, shout out to her.
You know, honestly, like, all jokes aside, I don't really want to be with people no more because I don't really want to go through that pain. Like, I like building people because I don't like getting close to people. And when they get to a certain level, then it's okay, F you. And then they go up and they don't know you no more. And that's like a normal thing here with this stuff. Yeah. And, you know, I always pray, and all bullshit aside, I always ask God to help me with this because it's some people that come to me and they really, really want this. And I don't know if I'm walking away from that one person that I really could have saved and really could have did all right and we could be all right. I'm not saying you got to stay with me forever because I really like building people. Sometimes you get boring to me once you know enough stuff and I'll put you somewhere else. But I don't want to not have my relationship, if I'm making sense to you. I have separation disorders.
You do.
Shut the hell up. You don't.
No. I said I'm asking. Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Like,
I do.
all I'm saying is that I can show you better than I can tell you.
Show me what?
That's all.
That you gonna crush me?
No.
Remember when French used to do that? Yo, I promise.
I ain't saying
I
I'm
promise I'm gonna be this.
Nah, I'm just
Everywhere I
saying.
was, he show up, begging.
But the thing is, you gotta be. But the thing when you go into somebody in business, in my opinion, you gotta put it all on the table.
Yeah.
You gotta be honest.
You know, I'm so damn old school. Like shit was done on a handshake, like because all you have, that's all you have is your word.
Yeah.
And when you lose that, you lose everything. And that's, I think that's my biggest problem, though. I think that's what my problem is.
It's gift and a curse.
Yeah, and that's real. I said that because I am nurturing. No, listen.
I love her, man.
It's real. No, that's real. It is a gift and a curse for me because I love too hard. And I really shouldn't be in your business like that. You understand what I'm saying? But I want you to be the best. But I will tell you this. Everybody I touch can't come out the game. They last for a long time. They learn. When you get through with me, you can go through with anybody.
Touch me.
I'm not touching shit. You got the cooties?
So, Auntie, real quick, before because we about to wrap up. But I would say, I'm gonna say this for the record. Uncle Bim, salute. I can see what you see, and you know, I think that Aunt Deb is a nice lady. I think that she may be a person I may listen to.
I am nice.
A little bit.
No, I am nice.
No, I'm talking about listen to a
You
little
say I'm a
bit.
little bit nice?
No. You're nice. I mean, me listen to a little bit.
I think that I am nice. Like, people just be trying me, and then sometimes people catch me at that moment, you know?
Like the
But
lady.
you don't know what happened before that. You don't know what made me go there. Like, someone's like, oh, you be cuss people out. But why did I do that? And then on TV, they always put me in this freaking position that you got to check somebody like, what the hell? So you always know, like, half the time when I say I'm not trying to be funny, because I'm really getting ready to come out with some shit because you just got me to that point. But it's what people do.
Okay.
I'm really not bad. I'm not. I really do love people. I really, really do love people. I do. I love helping people, and I love underdogs. Like, that's really real for me. So I'm not a bad person.
You gonna tell her what you do? You gonna tell her what you do?
Well,
But say it.
You gonna tell her what you told me earlier when
Tell
you
me.
said you was Googling and
you can't just throw me under the bus like that. after
Okay,
all
go
this
ahead. Let
time.
me see what he Googled.
That's your
What
family.
happened?
That's your family,
So
bro.
say it, G-Buddy.
Exactly.
Let's
That
go.
means you're not 100.
He is. He about to say
No,
it.
I'm 100.
He wrote
Okay,
it down.
say it.
I'm just telling him, don't wait, don't
Okay,
like
say it.
come out of nowhere and just throw.
Say it.
No, we were saying,
Let's say we were saying. Say what you were saying.
well, I saw a video clip of you with a young man online.
He's not young.
Okay, they said he was younger than you.
He's younger than me,
Yeah.
but he's not young.
They say he was a lot younger than you.
He's not young.
Okay, that's what we were talking about. I don't mind saying it. I'm just saying to you, don't.
Gotta throw you under the bus, bro.
You did all of that,
Yeah.
and then you just came back in this.
Was you scared to say that?
No,
No,
my
he
thing
was
was,
gonna say
I was
it.
just telling him like he spoke for like an hour, and then you come back and just throw me under the bus
not.
with that shot. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. He spoke for mad long, and
They said he was a rapper.
Mhm.
They said that he was walking a friend.
You still with him now?
He was my business.
That's what we do here. Is, you know.
Okay, but you
He's your
don't-
family, though.
What?
He's your family.
He was talking about me.
Who? No, he wasn't. I ain't gonna let you violate my man. No, he
And
wasn't.
let me tell you what I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
If you dug that up and looked that up already, right? Why did you wait till now until we was getting ready to go up there? And why did he have to say something for you to say it? Why didn't you just say it?
Well,
Don't stutter.
So on the show, we have a
Okay.
a little process that we do. Beginning of the show, we kind of go through the back in the day stuff, and we go up. So I was following that format. So that is more of the recent stuff that I've seen online. And he was talking about just
That was 2 years ago.
well, more recent than the Waka stuff and this and that and the Gucci. So I was waiting to get up to that.
Was you waiting, or was he waiting for him to push you to say it?
No.
Wait for him to finish talking.
Would you be quiet?
No, don't do that to him. No.
Speak when spoken to.
I ain't gonna lie you
Nah,
that to him.
I had it written down right here.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
I had it
you
written
that.
down right
Let me
here.
see.
I just
Turn it
erased
around.
it. Look, I have my
Why
notes
did you
right.
erase it?
When I speak about it, I erase it, so I know I'm finished with it. I have the rest of my notes right here.
Oh, you got other notes there.
Yeah, it's my rest of my
What's the
questions.
rest of the notes?
I was
What's your
waiting
question?
for him to finish his questions.
Hold on. Let me say. I did that on purpose to bother him because he led this interview well where he knew a lot of stuff. So I just at the ball. Are you still gonna say this? That's the ball. That's between him and I. Has nothing to do with you personally or coming at you. We never would do that, Auntie. Stop it.
I'm not worried about that shit.
I'm just
If I was
saying.
worried about anything that a person would say, I wouldn't sit here. I wouldn't sit anywhere.
I just wanna make sure I
There's
correct
nothing
it.
that you can say that's going to get me upset.
Yes, I can.
He's an overgrown ass man. He's not a kid. He looks young,
Right.
but he's not a kid. He's not my age. He is younger than me.
And I didn't say yet also, 'cause I was trying to figure out how to fit it in genuinely. I don't want to just
Yeah,
throw
so
it in there.
It
I mean,
don't
no-
bother me.
You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter. You're not the first person that asks that.
Right.
But
Are you still together with him?
She
Oh,
blinked.
yeah.
She blinked the eyes. She didn't really answer. So she.
Oh, in your business? Can I see it? Can I see? Cause I tried to. That's why. Cause I was looking for it. Cause I was looking for it. That's why I was like I wanted to get it. Cause I wanted to say it, but I think you still gonna. Cause you come on, man.
What?
She like you, man. You family. I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. Good for you.
That's ain't nothing good for me. And not having. That's the question. That's what we're here for. She 100. I'm 100. Ain't nothing to hide.
Oh. I found it. This nigga. What is legend? Oh. I love this nigga. So nah, that's my son. Who is that? He's fire.
what?
You know when a nigga rock a bandana like that, he ill.
Oh no! You know what that came from? Debra. Debra was getting off for probation, and she had a party. So the party was you had to come in, like sell like the different colors represent the colors of the jail, and what each thing meant. Like if you was in for murder, if you was in for this, so it's like this color tone thing. So that's what. That
You
was
look happy here
about.
though, auntie. Or just
I was very happy with him.
like you look happy.
He's
Like
super good. Like for real. So I'm not gonna sit up here and.
Yeah, man. You try.
I'm not gonna. I don't have nothing bad to say about
wait, hold on. Why must I always get the fire, bro? You gotta get fired sometimes too, bro.
No, because you were talking for a while, and
But
then
he's
my
not-
first introduction
like,
back
you
to
don't-
the
you don't
scene was
find
that.
him because he's not like he's not a street guy.
What is he? What type of guy is
He
he?
works. He has a real job, a real normal job. He likes his life. He doesn't like my life. That was the ending of him ever being seen on television or anything like that. He doesn't like that. At
Where did you
all.
meet him at?
But goddamn, what the hell?
Where did you meet him?
I met him.
He's smooth. The muscles. Salute. I want to meet him and ask him a question.
Excuse me.
Not like that.
That sounds a little tricky. That's a little suspect right there.
Like a little fruity, right? Oh, yeah, I know.
Don't do
Yeah.
that. Don't
Of course, you'll go there. Of course.
That don't sound right. It's the way that you saying it though.
What's the topic of discussion? You, right?
So why you questioning him? He ain't gonna answer you no way. He gonna
Exactly.
tell
That's
you
what
he's
you
out
had
his
to
business.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll tell you that.
Look at that. Small, pretty, grown woman. That's it. Oh,
What they say?
that's fire.
They say he's a rapper. He no fucking rapper. People social media is so ill. It's just ill. They had so much stuff that they were saying.
But why would they try to like ask you like, right, like how your son feel and stuff like that? You're a grown woman. I don't think anybody.
That's what my son told him. My mother's grown.
Yeah, you grown.
Like, she's grown. And how do you feel? And the reason why that is because nobody's used to seeing me with a man. You don't see that. In all the years of me being out, you've never seen that.
And you were happy with this man.
Definitely.
Are you still happy with him?
I think he's a great man. Whether I'm with him or not is something different.
Are you with
But
him
I
now?
just think he's a great man.
Are you with him now, auntie?
No, I'm sitting in this room with y'all.
Ooh, that was a guy sharp. I cut you everywhere but loose. That was sharp, auntie. Ooh, that was on. All right, about my business. All right, yeah, let's go ahead, G. You have any more?
That's the only thing that's not up for discussion. It's
Like-
my personal life.
And I respect that.
That's the only thing that's like, you have to respect people. Like, my personal life is not up for discussion. That's it. I don't care about all the rest of the stuff, but anything with that side is like, you can't flip that. Can't have your way with that one.
Can't flip that script, right?
I want to salute G Money though. I think he did a great job, man, today, man. Damn, man, cause I ain't know, man. I ain't know that I
You
was
ain't know
following your
what?
lead, for real. I can say that on here.
But you know what?
I just did a lot of things. Like I was just listening to G. I think he did a great job. Like that's why it's my man right here. I can't do a podcast without him. And if I do, it might turn crazy. My man, he did a great job, man. Shake your hand, bro. I get a pound now, man. Yeah, she don't deserve it. She don't deserve it, man.
What you just said?
What's next for you
What do you mean?
in your career, your life? What's next? Not personal life, but
I'm loving television. Like being real with you. I just got some new partners, so
New client.
like putting the radio back up, pulling it out the cloud, and putting it back into a building. That's really, really big. Lots of people been hitting me about redoing the station again, and this time it's going to be so much better. Having Kay Epstein, having Tony Neal, having the partners that I have this time, it will be different, and it all won't be on me. So for once, I get to play chess, and I'm the queen.
not checkers.
Is the good part. I'm the queen. And you know that they're going to protect, and that's what's good. So this time in my career, I didn't think that I really wanted to do anything else back in music, back in anything in this entertainment side, period. But I love television because I love being creative. That's one thing. But I really can't leave it alone because even though I have my hands on people still, my hands have still been on people, and I still help people, and I still have done some things that people don't even know.
So for any artists out there that's listening, like whether they're artist, producer, podcaster, anything in that field that wants to get your attention to maybe,
I don't want no new artists. Like,
okay.
The one thing I'm not going to do is put, it takes, like, just being all BS aside,
Right.
it takes a lot of work to build a person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have it in me anymore to do that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because although I'm the relative to pain, I don't like it. And I don't want to go through that. You help people and they get to this point that, oh, F you. And,
Right.
and instead of just going quietly, you go and you make rumors up that are not real. One of these days, the cloth is going to come down and I'm going to clap back. And you're not going to like it. You know what I'm saying? But I just let people, they get passes to just keep going on. I don't think, that's not going on now because it's not going to happen now.
Right.
Now I'm going to clap back at you and I want you to see how it feels. But the only thing is, I'm going to come out the winner. Point blank, period. So I'd rather leave them alone.
Right.
I don't want to build people. Build yourself. Come with a career and come see me and then let's do something. But don't have me get you from sub-zero to get you to the next point. And then all the people disacknowledge you and you're nobody. So, there's 100,000 people walking around here proclaiming that they did my work. There's a lot of people that get recognition for a lot of stuff that they didn't even do. It was me. Because the funniest thing is that they can't repeat it. And that's what's so funny that I sit back and wait for them to, let's do it again. Ain't happened. You can't do it. But since them, I've had my hands on a few people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Since them that I've touched, and they're good. But I don't see other people doing it. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just being real on that. But the artist thing, I'm not saying that I'm totally finished with it because I have some stuff that I'm working on right now with some people, and they don't even know that I'm doing it for them yet. I'm not ready because it's not finished. But when it's finished,
It's go time.
You didn't never lie when you said that one. So then I sat back for a while.
Okay. What do you plan to do? The whole show you mentioned that you're pro female, and so do you plan to do anything as far as that movement?
I already do things with women. Like that's like really big. Trying to figure out all these women in this game.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a lot to try to be dealing with all that stuff.
Anybody you see that's on your radar that you feel could be up next, whether they under your camp or not, that you just feel like they're doing their thing?
Yeah, there's a lot of females. There are a lot of girls that I like that's out there. You ever see Nisha Nashay? She's sick with it. She's so ill. Yaya Flawless, she's the bomb. What's that girl's name? Armena, something. She's out of North Carolina. I love her. What's that other girl name in Brooklyn? I don't see her no more. I don't run past her page no more. I don't know what happened to her, but I always thought she was ill as hell. She's out of Brooklyn. Dex introduced me to her too, but I loved her. And there was a girl out of Queens too.
The real Cayenne.
Cayenne?
That's who I was telling you. That's he hangs out with her.
Yeah, she's sick.
No.
Or Kaya Baby.
Not the real Kaya Baby.
Kaya
Baby.
Baby. That's my cousin.
It is. I like her.
It's fire.
I like her.
She's up. I think she's up next.
Yeah, I like her.
The Cayenne is dope too. The real Cayenne. She's good.
Facts. Salute to Cayenne.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Lit, too.
And also, I definitely want to shout out Cash Doll that I like where she's at right now. And, this album was like some growth that I seen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Growth. So she's gearing up for 2020. And I really do want to see a Chocolate Girl come in. That's what I really want to see.
In due time. If you can go back in your childhood and change anything, would you change anything in your childhood? If you can go back in time, whether it's your career choices or people you work with or,
Are you saying go back in time when childhood? If you're saying childhood, I don't have a career then.
Well, I mean, anything you could change. Anything you could change back in time.
You want to know something that's really, really funny? Sometimes I ask myself that.
No? Keep everything the same?
Today I understand that the stuff that I went through was for a reason. If I didn't go through some of that stuff, there's so many things I would not have been able to deal with. There's so many places I would have never gone. So what was designed for me was designed for me, and I accept it today. So I'm not going to sit here and dwell on that, because if I do dwell on all of that stuff, then I'm going to be on the 15th floor, somewhere. And I've learned to deal and accept who I am, period. That's just who I am.
That's real.
Because I was dealt, it's what I was supposed to go through. So if I could have, would have, with all the rest of that, that ain't there. I'm already here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just grateful that I'm able to deal with it, because once upon a time, you want to know something that's funny? You asked me about my children's father. I never told people that. I never ever said that. I've just learned to be able to accept that for myself. You understand what I'm saying? I just learned that, to be able to do that. So there's things now that I'm speaking about me, that is not for people, it's for me. And it's helping me. I'm still growing, believe it or not. So I have fun.
This was good.
Even though it was bullshit, but I have fun.
What was bullshit?
I don't know. But I have fun. I really, really did.
We got you to talk about your childhood, and you got a little emotional, so it wasn't bullshit.
My childhood really touches me. Like, I don't think people understand that all the things that I was exposed to and all the things that I've done in my childhood, it played major roles for me in my adulthood. That's where I grew from.
I understand.
And some of my not good ways came from some of that. But it was also my way of thinking, my way of living, my thoughts was all designed from the people that loved me. So who was anybody else?
And I'm one of them.
Right?
Welcome me to the new entertainment, you know. With me, you ain't going to lose. We're going to take the game by storm, both of us.
Yeah, but you can't take it by storm if you keep being stubborn. And you can't continue to sit in that chair and think it's just that one chair right there that's going to make you. And then you also have to learn that word, team. And there's no I in team. See, so for everything that I did for me, I'm going to tell you this. This is the God's honest truth. There was 4 women that backed me. Sevilla, Kia. You listen?
I'm listening.
India, Portia. Those were the 4 women that was powerful, that was behind me, that each one of them did something different. And without those women, I don't think I could have ever did the stuff that I was doing. Because I'm so unorganized, it's pathetic. And each one of those women played that role that they needed to play. And we all band together to create the career of these people. And that's just real. You understand what I'm saying? That's real.
I agree. You also said that if you have something going, come to you, and we have something going, and we make magic. And I told you that I'm willing to listen to you. I told you that earlier today. I made sure I said that a couple of times, that I'm willing to listen. I could have sworn I said that. You didn't hear me say that? I'm willing to listen. I said I feel comfortable with you, and that's what I said.
But everybody listens, but are you going to do what it takes to do what you have to do? I just feel that since you're sitting up here and you're so stubborn in what you don't want to do, those is one thing that I heard. I heard the I statement a lot of times. You alone didn't do this. Like, you've had help. And whether it was him or whoever else it was, you know what I'm saying? Even when you was coming up with your ideas, I'm quite sure you talked about it to somebody.
No.
You just did it?
Yes. I did have help, though.
I know you did.
I had help with a guy who...
you don't have to go there. I don't need to know who
just
the
saying,
people are. I just need you to acknowledge.
But then when
know that when
the person left, Flip the Script jumped up 1,000%, and I did it on my own again.
You know what that's called?
What, determination?
Survival.
Yeah, so I'm a survivor.
Let me tell you something about us.
Destiny's Child.
Let me tell you something about us. Okay?
This is my man. Anything?
It's fine, but let me just tell you something about us.
Says she's rude.
You and any other urban person.
I'm not urban.
We all know how to hustle. What are you?
I'm Indian. I'll tell you what. I'm sorry. Okay.
You sat around the goddamn peace pipe scheming up on shit too. Okay?
That's rude. You can't say that about Indians.
Whatever. But you just took my thought away.
You said, let me tell you about something. Urban people, we hustle.
Okay. We all know how to go out there and scrape up $1. Here's the thing. Nobody's ever taught us what to do with the $1. We can make money. That ain't no problem.
Wow. That's fire.
That's in our blood. You go in survival mode. That's why you was able to turn this thing up 10 times. Because you knew once he left from here, you had to do something.
That's true.
You had to. It wasn't where you could drop something on somebody else. It was only you. You had to depend on you. So, of course, you had to turn it up.
That's real, yeah.
Guess what that was? That was your survival mode. You turned survival mode up. Period. We all could do that. When it comes to when I back it up against the wall, we could come out swinging. No problem. It's what we do with it.
And
on that note,
last comment. You know, I'm becoming more of a team player.
Okay.
You know, you can actually money.
How you spell team?
TEAM.
Okay.
There's no I in team.
There you go. Okay, that's
You know
what
I'm saying. But you know, you can actually. I mean, he's been working with me for years. I've been becoming more of a team player, taking in considerations and opinions and stuff like that. I was worse before, and he would say that. He'd tell me that all the time, like, "Yo, you couldn't just approach you and talk to you about things."
See, here's where the problem come in with that, right? If everybody fell in love with you, you better know that somebody's recreating you already. you better know that there's somebody that's studying and watching you hard as hell. And they're perfecting all your crafts and everything you do. And while you sit up here playing game and thinking you the shiznit, and can't nobody come for you but you, they already creating and designing and waiting to jump in.
Gino, she chill.
She cool, man.
Ah,
she
Gino,
she
not cool, man.
She cool,
That's
man.
biased.
Nah, I waited for a long time, man.
We out of here, man. Hopefully, people, you get to see something. Shout out to Uncle Bimmy once again. I say his name 1,000 times because I just pay homage to people that have faith in me. And he wanted to introduce me to his sister, and Big D made it happen, I guess. I was gonna say Big D. He called me.
Shout out to Big D.
Shout out to Big D. But he said, that's what Bim said. Gonna put you with Deb, that's what he told me. Deb need to put her hands on you, and you. Well, that's what he said. I don't know. But that's a good feeling. It's good that I feel honored, actually. Hearing your accolades and stuff, I feel honored that Uncle Bim wanted to do that. I was on the phone with the producer. He had told me on the phone privately, yo, they said you're giving the people I can't say it. You're giving the people a hard time for the show. I know, what you mean I'm giving a hard time? I'm with my son, man. That's what I told Bim. She said, hold on. He called the guy on three-way. Guy like, I'm a big fan. I watch it. And I was like, yeah, I appreciate it. So Bim had to tell me, yo, man, go be nice, Flip. I said, nah, man, you just told me that they said that I was giving him a hard time, and I was with my son. He said, no, I didn't say it. Somebody else. Bim was like, yo, you walked out. And then we all laughed about it. I mean, they and they still getting up with me this week. But it's a lesson learned. I'm just learning. And I'm interested in learning more. And I love you. I think that you're an amazing person. I think you're very knowledgeable. And yeah, like you said, you got to kiss ass before you kick ass or whatever you said. Mm-hmm. And
sometimes you do have to do that. You have to eat some humble pie.
Yeah, you gave me some.
I'm learning that. I'm learning it too.
Remember, once I get on, remember, Auntie, remember I told you that Tosh.0 was a big show. When I was on there, my episode was one of the favorite because of how I act. TV, they can't. We gonna take over. You hear me? You gonna put me on one of them shows. Your Queen Flip get ahead, and I'm gonna turn that shit upside down. Huh? You waiting for the what? Oh yeah, but we get on together. Yeah, we get on together. If you throw me around, break a table up. I don't really do that no more though. You don't break shit? Nah. I mean, I got hired to do it. I get hired to do it and play pranks because it helps the artist boost the sales up. That's why, Atlantic.
You know why this picture's so funny to me?
9 times.
Because it's like you just running your mouth and he's like, here you go again.
Who's G Money?
G got the cool demeanor.
Oh, there?
Like, this picture really bugging me out.
I'm done. I'm not talking anymore. I try to sell myself to you, but you don't listen. All right, G, you can sign us. Auntie, you can sign us out, Auntie.
All right, goddammit. Good night.
God bless you. Good night. Make sure y'all follow the pages, man, at DJ G Money156, at Queens Flip with a Z, at Flip the Script Pod on the IG. We're signing out.
Yo, it's Queens Flip, man. URLTV.tv, man. I love this episode. You know what I'm saying? It's just bringing things together.
Y'all don't give me my damn, cause y'all just, I don't care. I almost lost my damn wig on this show.
What you wanted to do?
I have my stuff down. Oh, I don't give a damn. What's the name of the thing again?
You gonna take a picture and then I'll tag him in it.
Yeah.
Okay, but I want to look this up right now.
What, Queens Flip?
Oh, that's what it's called?
Yeah, Flip the Script Podcast.
Is it Queens Flip? Or,
You want to look at my personal page or the podcast page? Which one? QUENZFLIP. Flip the Script is FLIP.
Okay, it's right here.
Oh, boy.
The first one. Oh, they got followers.
That's my personal page. Flip the Script Podcast is a different page.
Queens Flip? You said what?
Anyway, it's Queen Flip, URLTV.tv. Thank you to Aunt Dev for coming to the building. Shout out for everybody that was in the building today.
Shout out Dapper Flex one time.
What?
Dapper Flex. Salute to you.
Shout out to Basco, my man.
Shout out to Basco behind the
Baskeezy.
boards. You know, he has to send me an invoice.
Did y'all just see this shit?
Yes, I
I
saw
was
that.
gonna ask you about the Frenchy label.
This just came to me.
I just saw it.
Okay, hold on. Serving public. This is a public service announcement. What the hell is this?
How you feel about
I
that?
will record you and put it on my page. Stop talking about it.
MTV News.
How you feel about that?
What the hell?
You're talking about Frenchy starting his own label.
What you gotta say, Auntie, about that?
Frenchy.
Who's Frenchie?
Not French Montana. Frenchy. Brick Squad. Frenchy starting his own label. How you feel about that?
Leave my man alone. He's starting his own label. I'm about to be signed to it.
Okay, everybody. So we're going to bed now.
I'm signing out. Yo, it's Queen's
and we're
Flip.
signing out Queen's Flip.
Palm me. Lock the doors. Close your windows. Close your blinds. Open your blinds. If you see Aunt Deb on your lawn, you don't need a firearm. Let her in. She don't mean no harm. I'm from Queens.
That was corny as hell.
Don't be afraid to use a firearm because now she just take corny as hell.